Hello, everybody, and welcome back to
Everybody.
Ait'seh with what team comp? I yes.
All you Caesars out there.
Crazy. Are you guys okay?
You said hello, everybody.
I said no. I said
Threw
everybody.
me pairs off.
I heard everybody too.
Yeah, girl.
Hello,
I said everybody.
I think it's because of the way that he slurs his words sometimes.
Pony. Anyway.
Every pony, no!
Oh my god.
No.
Let's continue.
We're back with what team comp?
I'm sorry, John.
Are you though, Paris? Are you really?
My laugh's contagious. That's why
Goodness.
I'm apologizing.
Oh, goodness.
See?
I'm about to ready to throw hands.
Okay, but Bobby did it first.
My spirit is strong, but gosh dang it. So, when we last left off, you guys were still in Tamdorf, and you had finally been making your way down to Ivory Hills, where you could see much of the area around, as well as see the towering white monolith in the more what's likely meant to be the central part of town, but with lots of buildings being built out. It's clear that the center of town is changing as time has changed. Having spoken with a few people regarding bits of information, you guys are able to have some time to rest. It is evening. You've just arrived at the inn. The innkeeper has currently been rather nice, Mr. Regis Cragwood of the Shady Place Inn.
Did I take notes?
Shady place in.
Yeah.
Does this place look shady?
I mean, it looks like it's the image outside of the description for the Shady Place Inn shows a person like resting under a tree.
Okay.
I did not take notes. You said Shady Place and run by what was his name again?
Regis.
Is that the guy that didn't like me?
No, that's
no.
not the guy. This is the guy that doesn't like the nobles.
Yes.
Ah, God. That also happened last session.
Yeah, that did.
I do at least remember Regis just because I keep laughing at that name. Because Dawn really likes that name for some fucking reason.
I don't know why.
Good name.
It's a good name.
But yes, give me a second to write that down real quick, because I probably didn't write that fucking down.
Mm-hmm.
The last week's session is a slight blur to me, I think, because I was close to passing out.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I was tired, motherfucker!
There's never an excuse to take drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Paris.
That's not what I meant. Fuck you.
Okay.
Okay, so I got that down. Question, Dawn, did we...
Yes.
If I can't remember if me or Bo hit... Oh, no, they didn't say that in this, right?
Not the last inn.
Okay.
Last inn that you checked in to get some information, you were, shoot out of.
No, I meant the nobles.
Oh, you meant if they stay at this inn. They
They
could
were
have stayed at
rejected.
this inn, but Regis found their hoity-toity attitude of one of the lords to be
Yeah,
little
he got
bit-
pissed off and
yeah.
basically told him, get the fuck out my inn if you gonna act like a bitch.
pretty much.
Yeah. And I think Naivara said something about having some drinks with the innkeeper to get more info or something.
Yeah, I paid him
Good
like,
stuff.
I think I paid him like 50 gold.
Yeah, that's a
Is it that
lot.
much?
That's a lot. Like,
That is a
dang.
lot.
Honestly, do you want to know why I did it?
Go on.
I had 1,054 and I wanted to even it out more.
Oh my god.
I didn't like that number.
Okay. Okay.
Too much money. It's uneven.
I don't like uneven numbers. I'm about to find a place to throw this 4 gold. It's pissing me off.
Throw it. I'm joking.
I'm gonna say throw it in my pocket.
If I throw it in Veertrick, he'll smite me.
Right. So everyone got we got 2 rooms. I think.
Yeah.
I think you got a room separate. You said
Me? I think we just. Yeah, you got a separate room.
to yourself.
I think Kalir and Bo were staying together. It was either
No,
Kalir and Bo. Oh, yeah, because he was
The
separating
girls were
the
staying
girls
together.
and
The
the
boys were
guys.
staying together, and what's it?
Versa was like, fuck you all.
Frederick was like, I'm getting my own room.
Fuck that.
I am small, but I need a lot of space.
No, it is, I am small and I want my privacy, which is this large cube.
Mhm.
All of this area
Yeah.
is mine.
That's literally like fucking quick. I'll say this quick. It's like Mandy cutting off the fucking room in Room Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and all Billy has is a corner.
It's like how Taru is trapped and Caesar owns it all.
Also true.
Oh god.
Talia
It's true.
doesn't take off her armor. She sleeps in her armor.
That's fair.
That is fair.
Is she just gonna go straight to sleep then? What's everyone doing?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how late it is. You
It's
said it was just
it's
begin-
evening.
night, or-
It's beginning to grow late. I'd say about like 9 p.m. is approaching.
It's bedtime.
Above Kalir's room, I'm gonna walk in like later, before everybody goes to sleep. And once we're going into the rooms, I want to like set something up so if anyone opens her door, it's like a bunch of just random crap falls on the ground and it like makes clanging sounds, mainly just to wake her up or wake me up. Because
Or,
if it's loud enough clanging, it might wake me up.
I was about to say, I'm like, if Nivara and Kalir are sharing a room, if it's loud, then she'll just wake up between her and Arthas.
Exactly. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
I forgot that I took Hex. Yay!
Then
I have that.
he sets it up and he just nods and he goes, "Dang it!"
Dang it!
Tries to climb out the window because you realize you can't leave. Set it up. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I'm sorry.
trying to-
What?
What is going on?
He set up a trap so if anyone walked in without knowing about it, it would fall down and make noise. And then he realized that in order to get out, he has to climb out the window.
No, he realized that he can't open the door because now it's trapped, and he can't like just
That-
redo it from the other end.
That's what I said. Yes.
Yeah.
How far down is the drop?
Set up the trap in the girls' room?
Yes.
Yeah, the girl
Yeah.
room.
It's it's a ways down. It's
Alright.
about it's about a 10-foot drop.
Do you want to know the best part about this?
10-foot drop?
Yeah.
He
Definitive-
stretches a little bit and he rubs his hands together, will fall out, hold his hands out first, and cast Gust of Wind. So there's a
I just imagine he just fires back up into the air like.
I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try to Iron Man my way down.
You're gonna launch yourself like a fucking missile.
You only weigh like 30 pounds, dude!
And I'm thick. I don't know what you mean.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh 50.
Motherfucker!
I weigh
You weigh
50.
about as much as a medium-sized dog!
Line of strong wind, 60 feet long, 10 feet wide, bless you from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. Does not say it has to be parallel to the ground, so perpendicular works. 15 feet away from
Wait,
you.
wouldn't parallel be... I think you mixed up parallel and perpendicular, I'm not sure.
Perpendicular
still
means
works,
he's
his
pointing
idea.
down.
Yeah.
Parallel
Okay.
meaning going flat to the ground. I know what I said.
He said it right.
I figured he was flat, hell. Oh no, Iron Man standing up
Yeah,
straight.
I'm
Never
Iron
mind.
Manning my way down.
I thought you just like dove out head first.
So I have the air be pushed down or up?
I'm not launching myself to
That's why I'm double checking to make sure I'm understanding correctly. So you're having the wind come up under your feet to slow your fall, essentially.
And,
Yeah.
What are you doing while this is all going on?
She's just kind of looking.
It's only a 10-foot drop. That's the best part. It won't hurt him.
She. I mean, I guess she kind of like looks at what the trap is.
It's just like a bucket that if the door gets opened, the bucket falls. There's like random metal pieces in it, like a wrench or something, and some other things.
Have you already left the window?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just kind of. Oh. I just kind of look out the window, I suppose.
God, please witness this, Majesty.
I did it when you were in the room, Paris. I specifically
No,
said
I'm
like
saying-
when everybody's in the room
Okay,
and before
okay.
everyone goes to sleep. Yeah, I specifically said that. Rewind the tape.
Fact. I'm leaning out the window. I'm watching this.
Yep, you have the air shoving you a little bit more upwards into the air.
No.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Wait, I have a
Alright.
question. How much further up into the air since it's only a 10-foot drop?
16.
You're able to keep your feet pushed down in such a way that you're able to kind of spear your way through the wind enough that you're not launched upward above the roof.
Does he hit me?
No, he does go
Okay,
back
thank
down to
God.
the ground. It is strong. It's a strong wind, but it is not so strong that it's throwing him so off balance. He's able to land on the ground. No damage taken.
That's because you said he got like shot up, and again, it's only a 10-foot drop, but
I
she's
said-
leaning out the window.
That's why I said that's what the dexterity saving throw is for, to make sure he didn't
Thank
get shot
God,
up and
okay.
then fall back down.
Bonk.
He goes, I did it, and puts his hand in the air, then he gets slammed to the ground, then he turns off the bell.
Oh.
Oh, hand and claw in the air.
Clear
Then
just
he gets
sees
slammed to the ground,
Ivar
it's like, ow.
Clear just sees Ivar like yank herself back into the window with a wind. It's like, ooh, damn.
I'm alright. He'll turn off the spell and walk
Be
back to
careful.
his room. Will do.
Yeah, be careful.
It worked out. So he goes into his room.
That's poor
All
Pete.
swell that ends swell.
Yeah, that head is swelling for sure.
So Paris,
Yeah,
you were gonna get more info about that.
I'm getting info from this dwarf.
Okay, because Virdrick was gonna accompany you because he also wants more.
Wait, what? This is weird.
He's just gonna invite himself.
I know. I'm saying it's weird that he wants to be in her presence at all, regardless of whether it's for business.
Well,
What crack in the earth is going to open up and swallow her?
I was gonna say.
So all of that happens before Bo does that. So you have time a bit.
Jesus. Christ. I just love the idea now of Clear and Ivar watching him set this trap up. Just thinking, oh, how sweet he set the trap, and then just all of a sudden hearing, ah, dang it. Because the best part is they both have pretty decent intelligence, so I imagine they both know exactly how this would play out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what Khalil would be doing.
Did you ask, please?
Probably just kind of, I don't know, having a drink or something.
Okay.
Oh, wait until the dwarf has a little less business going on. So he's not too distracted. And so people don't keep coming up and potentially hearing.
Okay. You said you had been, just to verify as well, you were wanting to get information as well?
Information on the nobles is the whole reason why she bribed.
Okay.
She wanted as much information from him as possible. And if I remember correctly, he basically just made some offhand comment that made her think, oh yeah, I have to bribe him, then fuck it.
I said no, you didn't take damage.
It's a 10-foot fall! I don't even think you could technically, because I'm a cheese. I don't know, watching a halfling rocket his way out of my fucking window was pretty amusing.
You're not wrong.
Oh god! Halfling football. Roughly around the time does the bard stop being as busy?
Around this
If
time,
not just
actually.
completely stops.
okay.
Yeah, she'll take a seat across from him and kind of just tap on the bar lightly.
Closing.
Oh, in here I thought you said we were gonna drink and talk.
Ah! Turns back around. Sees the two of you. I mean,
Beatrix sitting behind Naivar. Classic resting bitch face.
kind of like makes like a offhanded, pulls out a bottle.
I can't exactly get rid of him.
He looks you both over for a second, kind of like turns the bottle in his hand, slowly sets it back down and grabs a different bottle and is like,
It's an old poison.
he motions you off to the side. Have a seat.
She'll take a seat where he kind of ushered.
Yeah, I guess I will too.
Pours you both a drink and then himself and takes a real quick.
Is it a shot glass or just a glass?
It's a glass. He's just taking a
Okay,
quick
so
swig
that's
real quick, just to get it swishing around his mouth before speaking.
How's the taste?
I'm gonna take a good drink of that too.
It's crisp, like a very nice, flavorful, smooth taste.
I bet it tastes delicious because I'm not dying.
Yes, it tastes even better because you're not dying.
Ah.
I love this.
That's all. That's what I think when I think like of crisp. It's like when they in an advert describe water as crisp. I just imagine it having a thin layer of ice on the top. Yeah, Khalil would probably be at the bar having a drink, but she's not necessarily listening.
First, like, I just want alcohol. Okay, so should we just drop the formalities, cuts to chase?
Motions to you, just casually. How worth it?
Did you happen to catch which way they went, or them saying which way they were going at all?
Kind of like stares you for a moment, like makes a motion like all around himself. Home. Here.
Do you know them personally, is what you said as well, didn't you? Or at least one of them.
I've seen them around. They can be troublemakers.
What's the name of this town again? Ivory Hills is where we're at right now, right?
Yeah, that's the name of the town.
No, that was an out of character. I had to make sure that I had my notes.
Oh.
So they actually live here?
That's what I'm getting.
At least one of them does. Some of the others are from around Tamdov, but this seems to be the place that they all tend to meet up, and hopefully they all get into less trouble than they've been in before.
Do you know whether...
Okay, so I have to ask. Were you about to ask where they live?
Yes.
So Beatrix and Navarre are legit just about to ask the same fucking question.
Yep.
Let's just pretend they both said it at the same time. Fuck it, I'm going with it.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Georgia kind of looks at her like,
Been traveling companions for a while then, I'd imagine. I'll take that
Stop
as a
it.
yes.
She wiggles her fingers at Beatrix. Infectious.
You're frowning.
Don't worry about it. It happens. You travel with someone long enough, you can pick up on when they're going to ask things and say things, as one does.
And do something stupid, and she'll take a drink as she says it.
And don't poke too hard. Friends are,
Oh no, I'm calling myself out.
Same thing.
They've definitely done some stupid things.
You join us in some of it.
He sighs.
Remind me to get you to tell me the story sometime. Sounds fun.
They're interesting, I guess.
Good. Interesting makes for good conversation. Takes another sip of his drink.
we'll indulge you after we get what we want with these nobles. But back to the matter. Do you have an idea? I can't even repeat the fuck up that I did. Any idea? Fuck me up with that one. Any idea where they're currently located or based?
I mean, they live in a mansion outside the tower. I mean, they're some of the nobility who actually get to have places that are nearest to the inner ring. Some people call it the White Wall. All the buildings around that are made of the same white material as the tower.
Give me just a second, sorry.
Yeah, I like dropped everything. I was like,
Are you damn near drop your drink?
the white wall. Is that he was saying that's where all the buildings are?
He says
The
nobility
tower-
are in the inner ring. It's called the White Wall because all the buildings are made of the same materials as the tower. If I heard that correctly.
Yes, which when you were entering the town, you had seen the White Tower in the center of the town.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like a big ass fucking landmark. Jesus Christ.
It is
Yeah, I remember.
you see that when you're entering, you're not gonna miss it.
Is it potentially walled off to everyone but those who live there? She was an expression of please say no.
I mean, you can walk around there. I mean, entering the
Okay, good.
tower is completely fine. Go knocking on people's doors. The guards tend to be rough. They've gotten rougher lately, but
What do you mean?
they've just been really agitated lately. Like they're not getting enough sleep or something.
Like they're on edge?
A little bit.
Navarre looks over at Virgil.
Well, I guess we know where we're going tomorrow.
Yep.
Be careful, though. Like I said, they're not exactly pushovers neither.
No, but I have something that'll calm them down.
Even if they get calmed, they still have loyalty to the people there. They can be
Of course.
riled up and then be calmed and then still smack you across the face and into the street 5 meters back. So you
Why
need
would they
to.
want to hit a little old lady just trying to help them? She bats her eyelashes.
He looks
Now
you
you're
over
old
slowly
lady.
for a second and he just kind of like leans over towards Virdrick. How old is she?
She's a child.
Ah, got it.
Compared to
that's-
you, yes.
Compared to, most people, you're a baby.
I love how he took the old literally when she was just saying like the southern little me kind of thing.
You're not in the South, Paris. That expression is not something he's aware of, so he's literally
This-
going to take that as old.
This poor dwarf. No, you're not supposed to take that literally, right, love?
No.
Oh, darling.
Must be from where you're from, I'm guessing.
I'm from Cormundum.
Ah, they have very weird sayings in that area. I mean, could be worse. You've not been confused out of your mind till you hear Algair sayings. Ugh.
Get it. What, repeat that phrase for me,
Algair sayings.
Algair?
Okay, okay.
If you look to the west on the map of Tamdov, you'll see Algair, the big white
Oh, that
continent.
place.
Yes.
Have I ever been there?
No. Most people tend
Why?
to not go there except for the outlying
say.
islands because getting into there, just to get into there, is
Ain't worth it.
it's either not worth it or next to impossible. Due to
Ah,
the fact that
what's
most of
wrong
the
with-
ways that people try to get into there, roll a history check actually.
Uh-huh.
Both of us or just her?
Whichever one wants to know about Algair.
I'm curious.
So both of you.
Not that he's gonna know anything.
Um, yeah, it's hard to get in there.
It's hard to get there.
What's wrong with the other things?
Yeah, they can be a little bit harder on people who are more used to soft words and such like that. People are more the friendly sort, if you catch my drift. They're more the sort who can pick up a battle axe and throw it halfway across a battlefield just to say fuck you.
That would be something to see.
Oh,
You
trust
would
me,
really love it there.
it's something to see. Not, granted, make sure they don't hit you in the eyes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Kind of like
I feel
covers
like
his
if
eyes.
someone... Navarro starts to smile. I feel like if someone just hit Verdrick in the eyes, he would be able to find them out of sheer spite.
I mean, that's some guided determination.
He
Kinda
just kind of
grins.
nods.
He just kind of grins at Beardrick, crosses his arms, and leans back.
That is...
Beardrick just kind of nods. He's gonna admit it.
I can't lie when I've been called out. I can't tell a lie.
I am not a crook. I am not a crook.
I mean, technically,
slow me down.
technically he's a cop.
Anything other information I can help you with? Pours you guys another drink.
What do you think? We got... I just hear very quietly. I drink that shit.
So
What do you
see.
think, Verdrick? Anything else? I mean, we have their location, but... Actually, did you happen to notice if they had any weapons on them?
Of course. Well,
Anything odd, like out of the ordinary, or if any of them were spellcasters, or... Could you tell how they fought at all? If they attempt to smack me, I'm not one to not smack back.
Well, I mean, I know Hezor was trained, but I don't know.
Hang on, I gotta scroll up my notes to figure out which one's fucking Hezor again.
Is that the leader one?
He was the leader one, yes.
Yeah.
Hizzor.
Hizzor, okay.
That'll be
Which
fine
one? Hang
faster.
on, which one was that? No, I apparently didn't write it down.
Last name Cabal.
The guy that was...
Cabbal.
That was the one that was following the lady, wasn't it? The one that was dressed in satin / silk. Okay, got it.
She was the one with the armor.
Yeah,
he was the
no,
one who
the
was
guy
wearing
that
the-
was... That the
Yes.
woman was leading. Okay.
Yes, the woman was leading because she was dressed in armor, showing herself as a guardswoman.
Okay. And how was he trained? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I know he was sent off to get education and training and whatnot, but no one ever said where.
Sounds like very specific training, which means that we're probably not going to know what it is. Which makes it that much harder to watch out for should you decide to use it.
That's
Frederick, how sturdy do you feel?
Why do you ask?
If he ends up fighting us, you're the first line of defense.
Isn't that a given?
I mean, I'll always bring you back up if you go down along with Bo, but I just figured that I asked just to see if I could prep and keep you alive a little bit more.
That means I have to go down first.
The impossible can sometimes become possible.
He kind
She
of
sends
smirks
him
a
a smile.
little. Yeah, he kind of smirks a little. He's kind of having fun.
The hole is going to open up any given moment now. They're getting along.
He's drinking. It's cool.
He's drunk. It's fine.
He's drunk and he's not dying.
That's more than enough reason to celebrate.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hezor has that training. What? Okay, so I need to just, give me a second to outline this so I can just skip back and forth to this fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't give my notes generally a type of index,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm learning rapidly that I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did that work? Yes, it did. Thank God. Fuck. Hang on. Sorry.
You're fine.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. Just want to make sure that you get all your notes down. I get you.
Okay. So, do you know anything else about the rest of the group's training? Just from looking at them, just anything from that.
I can do you one better.
Hmm?
I mentioned Leanne.
Yeah.
She was actually trained amongst various different folk brought in by her family. Eventually, she was trained up, and Miss Cabal is formidable is a word for her.
Spell her last name for me, would you?
It's the same name as Hezor's. Cabbal.
Cabbal?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, they're married! Okay.
Aye.
We're related. That'll be fun. Ah.
When did these nobles start coming through?
They've lived here.
So frequently, most likely.
Yeah, it's the other person with them that's newer, and their 3 friends that they picked up. Don't know most of their names, but I know one of them.
Eldor was the one I think you mentioned before.
Yeah, he's the one who's a right pain in the ass.
Do you know if he has any sort of training at all, or is this still new?
Yeah, he's still new. I mean, he had a blade strapped to his hip, but that could just be bravado.
That could also mean a multitude of things.
Mm-hmm. I don't really, put too much stock in it unless I know more for sure, if you catch my drift.
Understood. Well, we know at least 3 of them have some sort of training. Well, with martial weapons, at least.
Aye.
Okay. And you said they've been here within the past day? Past 2 days?
Haven't heard them leave yet.
Alright. I think we have enough information, don't you? Or do you have an idea of anything else we could ask? She's looking at Berserk.
I think that's all we can get for now.
Ah, well, then I guess we're going to drink and enjoy ourselves for tonight because we're gonna have to hunt for tomorrow. Yay! And she downs the glass.
Yeah, he will also do that.
He taps the bottle and motions to you guys, just like, another?
She'll sit down the cup.
Glass. Yep.
Pours you both another, finishes his own, and then pours himself another glass. Gives a little nod with the glass, just like, bottoms up.
Now, I did promise you that I would tell you a little bit of the crazy that I did. We were in a tournament. We were up in the mountains with the Goliath. And I watched this small gnome, she's gesturing to Richard, run up to this big ass, reckless hitting Goliath that was swinging at me. And just absolutely demolished the fucker while our healer was hitting him from far away.
Virgic's actually kind of trying to hide a smirk, but it was a good time. It was a good fight.
That's fair. Yeah. Getting in and fighting and whatnot. Imagine that felt pretty good.
He kind of nods.
You stay to the thick of it. I try to stay as far away from it as possible. I can only take so many hits.
People can stay up for longer if they're, keeping their eyes open, if you catch my drift.
I'm still trying to figure out how he managed to miss me twice in a row. Somewhere there was a god still laughing at that poor thing's misfortune. Never gonna get over you missing twice with reckless on.
It happens.
I'm saying to my ass, we'll never get that lucky again.
Virgit kind of pauses and he looks at Paris or Nivara and he's like, "Did you ever sleep with that man?
Which one?
Did you sleep with half the team?"
I slept with one.
Oh, so you did.
The bone was sweet. I figured I would throw him a bone. She winks at that one at the last bit of it, yes.
He drinks.
Sounds like you've
Come
been
on.
missing out.
You're 200 plus years old. You've gotten some tail at least.
He's just gonna drink. He's not gonna say anything.
He's like, just drinking
He's
cup
not
after
gonna
cup.
discuss his sex life.
Not prying, not prying.
You know, I gotta mess with you, otherwise this relationship will get boring.
So you two are.
No.
Oh, so
Oh my
not
God.
that
I
kind
mean
of
companionship.
Yeah, you're just like, "Dear, no."
I prefer older men, but that's just a little bit too old, and I'm pretty sure that I'm far too young for him.
The dwarf like stares at you and slowly quirks a brow.
But yes! Okay, Butter, that one threw me off. I was fine ignoring the chat, but here dwarf papa was. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, Virdric's like, "You are still a child."
To you, technically.
So young.
I can't help that I was born literally centuries after you. To be fair, you still technically would live longer if you were born the same age anyway. Well, according to statistics. And she air quotes it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Kind of weighs you down, just like, yeah. No need to get him an uppity about your age.
You're gonna have to tell me some stories sometime, Virdric, by the way, because I can only imagine what it's like to live 2 centuries.
I have some stories.
Some my ass! You probably have a story for each year of my life. If not more.
150
Kind of vaguely
years.
nods.
He knows how many stories he has exactly. Just an exact number. She'll just continue to small talk with the two and drink, and eventually she'll go to bed. But she either gets tipsy or it gets dark, whichever happens.
It's dark as heck, Paris. It's
Oh, okay,
already
so you go
dark.
to bed soon then.
Yeah, Virdric's gonna keep drinking.
Okay.
He hasn't enjoyed a good drink in a long time.
Mm-hmm. So eventually
she's-
you head to bed.
When she's tipsy, she'll get up and pat his shoulder. Try not to kill yourself with these, please.
I highly doubt he's gonna die that easy, but
I doubt it too, but if I figure I might as well still say it. I do still kind of like the grumpy thing.
And
Alright.
he takes a drink.
I'll
And
keep
he's
an
like-
eye on him.
Good night.
Good
Right.
night. Sleep well.
I imagine she like looks up and sees Boko and gets her.
But at that point, trying to set up the trap and just seeing you come in, just like, oh, that's right. Oh, shucks. Lets you in, and
Yeah.
starts putting it up again, and is like, yeah, dang it. Then he throws himself out the window.
He said he waited for us to.
Yeah, everybody was in the room first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He said he waited for her to get back, and she had just said that she was getting
Yeah.
back tipsy.
Yeah.
Are you still doing
So I
something
just
else?
imagine like as she's walking up the stairs is when Bo is going into the room to do this.
That's what I was
Yeah.
imagining either, unless you were doing something else clear.
Khalil's been drinking this whole time.
Yeah, same.
I mean, she'd probably be heading to bed at some point.
I would imagine, since the bartender did say he was closing up and sat down to pour drinks with the other two, meaning that unless you are going behind the bar to grab a bottle,
She dives over the counter, steals a fucking bottle of whiskey.
Alley-oop.
you jump over the counter with the loud clang, clang, clang. You suddenly hear a
Roll
Roll
sit on the
initiative.
counter.
You were probably given enough alcohol to be able to give you more than a few drinks before you actually headed up to bed, though. So that you are fine to have your drinks to enjoy yourself. It's not quite as tipsy as Naivara, but it's nice. It's calming. You just sit down and have a drink with Zadim. Unless you're drinking by yourself.
Nah, I would have wanted to make sure that Bright Eyes had a place in the stables first, but then I would have come back in to drink, and I would have drank with Clear.
Please God, tell me there's a stable hand who just screams when Zadim.
I mean, Kara doesn't mind either. She doesn't mind drinking alone.
Yeah, but Zadim doesn't want people to be drinking alone if he has the option to drink with them.
Alright.
Zadim is the kind
that, yeah.
Did you want to discuss anything beforehand, or were you wanting to wait until you saw Naivara going up as well, or just...
Probably just be small talk, I imagine. Just kind of conversation.
Good.
Speaking of which, I remember something I have to ask Kalir once they've settled in. Because NPR keeps reminding me, and finally I remembered.
Well, it's too late, because you head to bed now.
I said I went into my room. I never said I went to bed, because Bo was still jumping out the window.
That's
We're in
true.
the same room, and she's gonna sleep. Sorry, I'm stretching at the same time saying this.
It came out more extreme. It was fine. It's fine. She looks like she's...
have to remember.
She'll remember in the morning. Just wake up to see an elf staring at you.
More than fair.
I mean, to be fair, with how Naivara is, it would probably take like an extra 30 minutes to clear probably waking up while she's still fucking prepping.
Yeah, because you don't have to sleep as long.
Oh no, I do. It's just that she fucking puts on makeup and shit. And she's as meticulous as I am, which means that if it doesn't look right, she's gonna erase the whole thing and do it over.
I mean, okay. I mean, Kara just kind of... She'd probably be asleep slightly earlier than you. And she does like to get herself up nice and early.
I'd say an hour, but my hair is short now.
So you're heading to bed as well?
Me or her?
Her.
Yeah.
Alright. And Zadim, are you heading to bed for them, or after?
No matter what, Bo's staying awake until he can speak to Zadim, because he needs to.
Until he what?
He can speak to Zadim, because they're basically just sitting in the room waiting for him.
That sounds so creepy.
Why are you so surprised?
They share a room.
Yeah, but after Kalir and Ivara go to bed, I'll probably go up like a minute after. Like just in time for me to be able to hear Bo jump out the window. And then walk downstairs to see what the heck went happen.
I'm fine.
Or,
I'm fine. Let's go to the room. Yeah.
alright. And I guess I'll go upstairs to the room.
Alright. Zadim, I got some questions for you. What do you think we need more? Do I need to be able to inflict wounds more or guiding bolt more?
Are you talking specifically about
My spells,
these
yeah.
spells?
Yeah, I'm coming up with ideas for tomorrow, and from what I want to get, I need to make some room, and I think that's what we should get rid of.
Well, I feel like with guiding bolt, it is not only beneficial for yourself, you are doing damage, but you are also doing good damage against what we think we are going to be facing. And it benefits the next person who tries to
Alright.
attack that person, so
I'm grabbing a spell just in case more than one of us die and not dead permanently.
that is a good idea.
Because I only got one set of diamonds, so if more than one of us die, it's not gonna be great.
That is
So I'm grabbing a backup plan.
Mhm.
Mm,
All right. So do you discuss that and
Yeah.
are able to afterwards get some sleep? Eventually, as you guys get some sleep.
I also knock on Fieldrick's room to ask if I can do the same thing that I did to Nivara's and Nivara's and Kalir's.
I look out the window. How high is the room?
You're on the second story.
Second story still?
For
Very
your room,
well.
yours and Bo's room. Virdix is
Very
on the third
well.
story.
Oh man.
Alright, Fieldrick, can I do this?
Do you ask him while he's downstairs or when he's going upstairs?
When he's upstairs.
Okay.
Probably.
So, are you waiting like in front of his room?
In his room?
Yeah, in front of his room.
Yeah, you're not
Okay.
able to get into his room. He has the key.
From his room.
So you're waiting in front of his room, like I need to ask Virdrick this thing, and you see him coming up the stairs, and you're about ready to call out to him. And then you see that he's got a hand over his shoulder, as the dwarf is just kind of just chatting with him, like, yeah, and they've both got a bottle of alcohol in the hand. As he see you, kind of points like, hey, look, it's your other little friend. Hey, hello, hey. He moves over. He
drunk am I
grabs
right
you,
now, by
picks
the
you
way?
up, and puts you onto the other side.
Oh,
Excuse me, I need to open and close this door real quick. Excuse me a second. This one. Nope. I'll get in a second. Click.
is
There we
right.
go. There we go. After you.
Virgin pauses. How drunk am I, first of all?
You've had a few extra drinks, and the first drinks that you had before are starting to hit you, and it was good alcohol, good, strong dwarven alcohol, so it's heavily. You're intoxicated.
Okay, I'm intoxicated then.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna look at Bo then and be like, what did you need? What is it?
I wanted to set up something so that if someone tried to open your door, things would fall all over and wake you.
We'll
Don't
be
worry about
fine. We're on the third story. Yeah.
I have a hammer. That's what I have that for.
That.
Well, you were kind of cursed a few days ago. I wanted to,
It's in the
make sure it
past.
doesn't happen
Don't worry
again.
about it. Good night.
Have fun, you two. And I'll just walk down the
Sleep
stairs.
well.
Oh,
Don't sleep if I know what you're. Well, have fun
Before
first,
we-
then sleep.
Already done the thing to
Click.
her room.
Right
No,
before he closes,
Bo's not doing guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Right before Beardrick closes the door, he opens it again and he's like, Bo.
Yeah.
He puts a hand on your shoulder and he grips it very hard as he's staring at you.
Is it the left shoulder or the right one?
I don't know. I don't know.
This is a very important
Did
question.
you open the door with the left hand or the right hand? That would
He's gonna grip him on his left shoulder, I guess. I don't know. Beardrick's using his right.
Actually, for the first time, he has there's a specific reason. His shoulder is extremely hard. Like you
Okay.
weren't fully expecting it.
He's
His
got some
shoulder is
toned
like
muscle, essentially.
no, it's not muscle.
Is this the
Something
crab
else.
arm or is
This
this?
Oh.
is Carapace.
Carapace.
Yeah, it's the first time
Whatever,
anyone's
it's not-
like touched his shoulder really. Specifically.
He is staring at you very intently, and he's like, "Say nothing." He's also gonna do an intimidation check.
No,
Oh,
no intimidation check.
No,
my
is it because
God.
I'm drunk?
No, it's because we
No,
don't
it's
need
because you're doing
PV.
it on a player.
Yeah. If it
Yeah.
was
Oh, so
another,
you had
it was
what?
a person NPC, I'd say yes. But you're doing it on a player. You're just trying to be like, just say nothing.
I could
Okay.
choose whether or not to listen.
Okay.
Just
My
like an
other game
NPC,
worked
but
it
with
differently.
NPCs, it rules a little differently, just because it's between people.
Yeah, I get it. Just my other game did it differently. That's why.
No, I understand.
Okay, I will
It's just-
not
it-
then.
it
But
helps-
he will still do the same thing, and he will grip very hard.
Yeah.
What was that, NPR?
I choose to never be afraid.
And
He is
He goes-
brave.
well, to be fair, threats aren't the way you get through to me. But to each our own. And he gives a thumb.
Okay, he lets go and he goes back in his room then.
Have
He's
fun. Maybe he'll turn around.
Click.
Bo walks back into our rooms of Dean with kind of a confused look. Not fully, like half confusion.
Very well, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he didn't want me to set up the thing, and he puts the bucket to the side.
Fair enough.
He's probably the most relaxed he has in a few months. You think I just carry buckets around with me, Nivara? I mean, bunch of crabs? You think I just carry crabs around with me? Like, jeez. But yeah, just Virgix, I think, is about to be the most relaxed he's been in a while.
Well, that is good.
Yeah. Am I a bother?
No, you are halfway.
What?
I cute.
I'm
You are fine. There is a certain charm about you that some people do not understand. You are very mercurial. You do not.
Alright.
You are not one who is bothered very easily. Or at least, you do not show it if you are. You are very.
Alright. I'm gonna go to sleep. Bo goes into his tidy whities and will. He takes off the suspenders, he takes off the belt, both of them. And you do see, as he's not wearing the shirt, the claw. It's a full arm of the claw,
Yep.
where it's like it starts developing more into a halfling arm, like when it gets up to the shoulder, but it's still got some almost look like scabs of carapace.
A long arm of the claw.
Oh yeah, and also here's the thing that I mentioned before with Nivara, which over his upper chest and going down to his stomach, he has different burn marks on.
What kind of burn marks? Like, just whole, like some of them, like cigarette kind of burns, or like some
No.
long lines of burns?
Boiling burns.
Huh. Like 3rd-degree burns?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh boy.
He'll go, well, good night, name. And he gets under the covers.
Good night. And I will go to sleep as well.
He takes everything off except his necklace.
And your underwear, apparently.
Yeah, he's gonna tidy whities.
Kale's bed creaks as she falls into it.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean you wear an armor, so you know.
And yeah, she goes out, kind of like a light. There's no time for talking in this house.
Alright. So eventually the next morning comes, everyone wakes up, everyone's rested as well as you can be, some rested more well than others, and others more happily exhausted in good ways than others.
Guru,
Yes.
I apologize, I have to clarify something.
Hmm?
2 different types of burns, boiling
Mhm.
marks and just normal fire. Like,
course.
as if, yeah, 2 different types.
Alright.
So you guys are.
How long have I not been hurt?
Where was
Where
the
was
last time you said?
A long time.
I just said something just now. What was the last thing you heard from me?
Something.
You going to bed, talking to Kalir, trying to, saying you were going to
my
talk in the
God.
morning.
Oh my god, I've been talking since then.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I was thinking it was quiet.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay.
You're fine.
Bite my own fucking mouth. By the way, when fucking Virgil was drunk, I legit said, Tara, I'm begging you on to tell me that Virgil is a giggly fucking drunk, but damn it.
No, he's still not gay.
Done.
Hey, Paris.
Yes.
Yes.
F.
I'll fucking smack you. Can I have Arcus wake me up early?
He nuzzles you and he helps get you up early. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and
Literally
get
an
something
alarm
done in the
clock.
town before, like, we have to get up and start moving on the mission.
Okay.
You want to ask around town for the person I've been looking for.
Be specific person you're looking for.
The two that I'm looking for, how the fuck?
Okay, so which one are you looking for?
I'll just give it to you.
I have an idea, but I'm not, saying it out loud just for specific type of reasoning.
As I'm waking up, Bo's stretching. He goes, "By the way, Zadim, if you feel like you're about to encounter or fight one of the people we're going up against at any time, let me know, because I feel like you'll be more aware when the fight's about to start with me. Let me know. I want to do something to you when it's happening."
Alright, fair enough.
I DM'd you the thing.
I see the thing.
I'll go downstairs, grab a little breakfast.
Do you want me to roll anything for it?
I wonder if Kalia wakes up. She probably won't.
When does Virdrick wake up? I'm curious. Or come downstairs.
I imagine it's gonna be late, but
Am I definitely getting...
Innkeeper
No,
comes
you're not
downstairs.
deaf.
Oh, thank God, thank God, thank
No,
God.
you're good.
I was just looking to make sure I knew which one was which was the thing.
And Virdrick
Hang
comes-
on.
No, I found him. Investigation check. And Virdrick, you're probably gonna wake
Investigate-
up. Yep. Or
Investigation or persuasion, since I'm asking around.
investigation or persuasion with disadvantage.
Persuasion with disadvantage, or just investigation straight roll?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll take investigation. Just fuck it.
Because as you're looking around, you do notice that a lot of the people appear to be tired-looking people who, when you are asking you a few things, some of them they're not snappy. It's just that they're very drawn out, droll, and a little bit
Woo!
just they're not the most personal.
They're not awake.
Well, it's not that they're not awake. You see one person who's clearly awake and taking care of stuff. It's just that when you move up to start talking to them, they seem to be antisocial in a way.
Do they seem like the people in the inn? From, the last town?
Similar, but a little bit different in that regard. Similar, but more standoffish.
Is it more of just on the lines how Oz describes New Yorkers?
Once I'm done on my search, I'm gonna find a more secluded area and cast detect magic once I'm done with my search.
Okay. So you gotta go off to your own little area to sequester yourself, keep yourself hidden.
Man, I still want to know what the 24 gets me out.
I'm gonna get to that. No worries. So you move around to, cast yourself a little bit of detect magic, and as you do so, it's only within 30 feet, so you're not sure exactly how far away this is going to work for you, but you're...
Oh, right, large city, completely forgot.
Yeah, you are in a big city.
I mean, to be fair, casting detect magic is one thing. They detect ancient magic specifically. That was legit something they said. They sensed, primal magic. Was what they sensed when she tried to summon her patron. Detect magic is something completely different. Detect magic isn't just a warlock spell?
Yeah, other people do it as well. Yeah, it's a warlock spell for you, but is a... just because it is a warlock spell does not mean that it's not also a wizard spell.
But but just because you're well at casting it does not mean that it comes off as a warlock spell. That's not how that works.
It's the same spell.
No, but if you get it from different sources, if there's a specific thing detecting it from that source, it can be.
That's
Yes, but
not how Dawn rules it, I don't think.
There was a different reason for it that you guys didn't find out because no questions were really asked about it.
They wouldn't let me!
Not you, no. They thought it was the other person, and the other person was like, "Oh, this doesn't involve me," so he didn't ask questions.
Wait, what are we talking about?
When's the dean
We're
got
getting
arrested?
off track, is what's happening.
I mean, I wasn't really in any position to be asking questions.
They
Oh.
would
Not
have let
that
you
I
ask
didn't try.
questions. Yeah. But you didn't ask questions like, why they thought anything or stuff like that, which, to be fair, you had no reason to. So it was
I
completely
did.
fair. It was
Plus, if I did, and they found out that I wasn't the one that was responsible for the pulse, it wouldn't have been pretty.
Sure.
You try to cover my ass.
I mean, they weren't able to convict you anyway, so
We're getting very off track.
we are very off track, yes. With your detect magic up, I'm guessing you start kind of sweeping the streets, as it were. As you do
I'm assuming
so,
we're going out of chronological order. I'm very confused.
we're back on you talking about... you're still investigating.
Okay.
You're still in the midst of it.
I said it at the end of my investigation,
Oh, at the
but
If you're doing it at the end of their investigation, you'll likely be back at the inn. Is why I was saying that.
oh, okay. Why am I telling me these things? I'm very confused. I was very confused on why you were so adamant that I would do it at a different time than what I said.
My apologies. The reason why is because the end of your investigation would bring you back to the inn.
Okay.
With the detect magic up, you go near a few different places, and you do get little pings of necrotic magic. Little ones.
Are they in like hidden spots that I can access, or is it like inside people's houses?
It's inside people's either houses or even their workspaces in areas that are like back enough that you wouldn't be able to just walk in and do something about it, because you'd be walking right past the people currently working on or in these areas. And in total, you get maybe a dozen of them that ping.
Holy crap. Okay.
As for your investigation for the people you're looking for, one person does mention that they have seen a Goliath that's come through.
Let me guess. They have no idea which direction they went.
North and west.
So northwest?
Yes. They said that he was looking for another person. Hopefully I remembered this right. Did you put notes about them? Probably gonna
I should have.
No, but a different person.
I put notes on the three that I came up with anyway.
Hold on. No, there was another person that you had mentioned that I was trying to remember.
There was someone whose biography I haven't written down yet. You might be looking at the wrong document, love.
No, I mean, I might be. Looking for a half-elf.
There you go. Wait, why the fuck would he? Okay.
I might be wrong on that, but that's because
No,
I
no, no,
want to move this
you're-
along, and I'm trying to remember something that I can't find the information on it.
I'm still probably the wrong one, is what I'm willing to bet.
Possibly.
Are you in the baboos, Doc?
Maybe.
You're the wrong Doc. I'll send you the link
Nope, I got it. I got it. Okay, so I was wrong. He's looking for a tiefling.
Okay. That sounds
That is a very different race, I'm aware. But I was like, my first thought was tiefling. I'm like, wait, I feel like this is. Yes, he's
God,
looking for
I'm sorry that my OCD has fucked you this bad.
a little bit because you decided to make it a separate document. So I was like, I'm in the right document, right? And when I went and looked, yeah,
Check
the
the
information.
title of the documents.
Paris, they're in separate documents, and it had the information of both the things that you were looking for, but not the person I was looking for. But yes, you do find out that your Goliath that you were searching for is looking for a tiefling.
Did you give me any information where he was gonna stop next?
Kind of gives a shrug. Something about the capital. Something about smelling smoke and expecting to see fire or something like that.
I'm just gonna take an assumption and say that's an analogy for trouble is brewing in the capital.
I don't know.
I'm saying that out of character, John.
He shrugs.
Thank you for your information.
Yeah, no worries. Seem like one of those people who come from the Colossi who don't really know how walking on 2 feet feels some days, but nice enough, fella.
She'll shake the man's hand before heading back into the inn.
Okay.
When Virgil walks down, I say, "How's it going, mountain climber?"
Do I get up later then, or what?
A little bit. Not by
Okay.
much, because he does wake up a little before you with a little hangover cure and kind of gives you a little light smack to your arm to be like, hey, wake up.
He slowly stirs awake.
Got you something to drink.
Oh, thanks.
Might
I'll
taste a
take
little
it.
bit, you know. Whoop.
That's it.
Yep.
Well,
Keep it
Does
down.
taste
I beg of you to tell me it's as gross as the other hangover cure that I had to take.
It's better, but
Oh, yeah, that's okay then.
by a few paces.
He swallows it down.
Hmm.
Not the worst I had.
I believe it. Taps the side of his head. Seen a few things and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Gotta remember how to prevent yourself from losing your mind and whatnot when it comes down to it. If you're sticking around and whatnot, we could do this again sometime. If you're interested.
He kind of grins at him. He's like, "We'll see how long we stay in town."
Excellent.
Oh dear.
He's like, I'll meet you downstairs. Freshen up and whatnot. I need to go start working the bar.
He nods.
As he's
Actually,
leaving,
come
you
on.
hear just like, as he's closing the door, you hear, just damn day drinkers. Click.
Can
Mm-hmm.
I buy something on my way back?
What are you looking to buy?
Would a compact exist? It's literally just like a mini mirror.
I'd say for 2 silver.
Okay.
Just because of the glass and making sure that it's, safe in such a way.
It's literally just like a little mini mirror that you can close so it doesn't shatter.
Essentially, I get what you mean.
Thank you.
No worries. So you get back, and Virdra comes down the stairs probably around the time you return.
And Bo says that.
And then Bo says that.
Yep.
Mountain climber?
Virdrick says nothing. He just walks down and acts like he never heard that.
Wait, I'm confused.
Are we getting breakfast?
Looking for the platter, the spread, or just a simple thing for one-on-one?
He kind of
One-on-one.
glances at- Yeah, okay, that works.
That was a question. Wait. Sure. Okay.
Of course, you never heard that before?
One-on-one makes you think they're meeting with someone else.
No, Yeah, you and your food.
I've never heard that phrase used that way.
Ever?
Mm-mm.
I am so sorry.
Could I probably be downstairs and eating by this point?
Of course.
She would have the platter. Wait, what's the difference between a platter and a spread?
Spread's just bigger.
A platter is like just a consolidated breakfast,
What?
whereas
Okay.
a spread is going to give you a lot more little things that you can just kind of pick and choose from.
Platter. How much is that?
Just 4 silver.
Yeah, how much for just normal,
For just what?
like, just one person?
2 silver.
Okay.
You notice that, like her breakfast is like to one side, she's kind of eating it, but at the same time, she has this kind of. She's had this bag with her this whole time, right? Like a scroll case that she kind of, I think she probably just bought it at the shop or something
Mhm.
in her background. And you notice one of the scrolls is out, and you can't quite see what's on it, but there's a lot on it.
I'll walk over to her and
She's currently drawing and writing and stuff.
I'll walk over to her and tap her shoulder.
I was gonna say, I would have sat down next to her, so I'm just looking at it.
Huh?
Can I see? She points at the paper.
Give me a second.
Okay.
She just quickly draws, just sort of draws just a little bit more. And then she writes down in a notepad just a few notes. And just puts the notepad down, and then she hands you the scroll. And
I'll look over.
on the scroll it's hard to understand. It's like kind of, it's neat, but the handwriting is a bit messy, which is
So
why
it's chicken
the
scratch?
a little bit, and it's the reason why the handwriting is somewhat away from the drawing. But there's just lines pointing towards what she like where she means it, and it's
This is-
like you notice that it's actually, the drawing in general looks rather similar to her armor.
Are you looking for ways to upgrade your armor?
Well, I had an idea. That's the schematics.
I don't know, so
Well,
you draw up the plans.
Some of them. Yeah, I don't just make it up on the spot. It takes a lot of time.
Well, I would figure, considering she, like, taps her knuckle against the armor. If you could make this miracle within a day, then I would immediately need to tell you that you need to make a massive career out of this. You still technically do, because she reopens the scroll.
It's took me a few years.
That's what I'm saying. If you manage to make that in a day, then holy crap. I knew this took planning, but I don't know. I just
Wow.
didn't expect it to have so much detail. But I don't know much
Oh, yeah,
about
it's-
this, so.
It's yeah, it's really complicated. And there's a lot of tiny bits that all have to be working. And yeah,
Can I
That's a lot
even
of-
make
there's a lot that can go wrong.
heads or tails out of any of this, Don?
There's bits of it that your mind kind of goes, yeah, I know what that is, and then there's parts of it that you're looking at and going, I can see this is armor for sure.
Flip upside down.
Grabbed and
You're
flipped
reading it
upside down.
upside down. I guess for a bit of context, our character, a lot of the stuff that you look at, you've probably never seen before because it might not have been invented by other people.
Almost likely, because it's all Tinker's stuff.
Yep.
Essentially. Which
But-
she has like
yeah.
little to no idea about.
Yep.
She'll she'll pat the table, not ask the schematic back. But she'll when you put it back down, she'll get out the gauntlet and she'll sort of take it apart a little bit, and she'll kind of like basically show you specifically like the gauntlet schematic and
I'm getting
just
education.
where everything goes.
I'm getting an education on Artificer.
You're getting
It kind
smart.
of reminds.
Only if you wanted to learn it, obviously.
Oh no, she's listening to her with. You notice that if she gets new knowledge, she gets like kind of a little bit giddier than usual. So she's. Her eyes are pretty much sparkling at this intake.
She does note that, like, well, I'm not supposed to say this in character, like, that obviously, if you really want to understand this, it's going to take a while.
Of course.
And of course, the good thing about this is that, as far as I know, only I can use it, which is nice.
I mean,
It's like,
to be fair, you are pretty strong, so I can imagine that only people who hit hard would be able to use it as effectively as you can.
no, I meant like, as in, I like, you know, when you have like a.
Do you like have a magical item on it?
Whoa.
Khalil would know that.
You're echoing!
Oops.
Yep.
There we go!
Sorry.
Suddenly you're
Sorry.
speaking from the void.
She'll
Yeah,
hold
she-
up the
she-
spell book.
The
Kind of like
spell
this. I'm a ritual
Spell-
caster, remember?
Oh, yeah. She'll kind of. Is that a magic item?
It's not a magic item.
It itself is not magic item, but it has spells in it.
Oh,
That does
I meant
not
like a
constitute as
magic
being
item,
magic.
like something that's been infused with magic.
Hold up.
Enchanted, if you will.
The what?
Enchanted, if you will.
She'll hold up the silver sphere. I have a +1 spear and a +1 short sword. Jesus H.
See, and that's with some of these, it's like. With some of these, the magic's kind of simple, and you can just kind of use it, and it's fine, because it's easy to understand, right? And everyone understands it, and yeah, that's all good. But when it comes to like more complicated items, ones that like have like actual spells, or they have like specific spell effects that are like spells and stuff, in order to like actually be able to use it, you need to understand what's going on.
So,
Kind of like it's tuning to it. You're learning how it works, and it becomes like another arm or something, like just a thing. It becomes second nature.
and that's what your gauntlet is.
Yeah, well, the whole lot. It's like that, and it's like it's really complicated, and it's really unique to me, I guess. And so, in some sense, if you wanted to use it, it would take years to ever be able to have a chance of trying to attune to this. And even then, you know,
It might still not work. And you still
Yeah.
wouldn't understand it technically.
Exactly.
She kind of like hovers her hand above her gauntlet. Can I? She just wants to look at it.
Yeah, go ahead.
She'll lift it up and inspect it. I know she doesn't know a lot about it, but she does like want to see more of it more closely.
Well, since she has partially sort of dismantled it, like she's gotten rid of sort of the outer plating, it's got a lot of minute details in it. Some like small engravings. It has some sort of magical crystals embedded in it, and it's got like lines sort of they're engraved that move from like one crystal to another and things like that, as well as like it has actual like machinery in it as well. Like it has like support beams and stuff, and the odd piston or two. Well, not piston, but like
Component.
suspension, sort of, you know, where it's like a pump almost, where like when you compress it, like you're just compressing air, and so it becomes harder to press, like in cars or whatever.
Oh, like a spring essentially, or something like that.
Yeah, but instead of just a spring, like there's also gas there. So as you press it, it's like the gas makes it harder to press it.
Gotcha.
A better way of putting it is, it's like if you ever have one of those syringes where you inject like jam or something, and you put your finger over the end, and you try and press the squeezer.
We're talking about a turkey baster.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay.
So have
You
you
said
ever put
syringe,
your
and I'm
thumb
sitting there
over
like,
the
who uses a needle with jam?
Oh no, yeah. Like a turkey baster. Have you ever put your thumb over the open end and you try and squeeze it and it just gets really hard? It's like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's things like that, and it's all very intricate.
It's very detailed. I don't know how you keep up with it. She sets it down. It kind of... Hang on. And she'll pull out just like a little leather-bound book and open it. Because I imagine for anything that she fucking sews, she draws out the general fucking design of it and then just puts in details as she goes.
Up to you.
She absolutely wouldn't. She's too OCD because I'm OCD. Yeah. And she'll open it. It's not quite as, well, mechanically genius as yours, but I try to keep details like those up and coming when I try to make an outfit for myself, so I can understand, well, the attention for detail to a degree. Only to a degree.
She asks for your journal.
She'll hand it to her.
She looks through.
I've been skipping on sewing, ironically.
You do what?
She said she's been skimping on sewing. Because I haven't made an outfit for this chicken forever.
So it's just like got loads of designs and stuff.
Mhm.
Like,
It's legit just going through a designer's journal.
she, her eyebrows kind of raised. She's just kind of like, they all look really good.
I like to make
the
clothes.
details. Really put some work into what you're designing.
She'll take a seat on the other side of Claire. And can I ask for food to be sitting there? It seems like we are both women who enjoy creation. If you're willing to teach me a bit more about what you're doing, I could potentially teach you a bit more about what I do.
Perhaps, yeah. I mean, I'm not so much into sewing. Design might be nice. Could actually get some colours on this when it's done. Finally.
I can help you figure out how to incorporate some designs on that.
Yeah, I can teach you how to use. And she just brings out the Tinker's tools. It's like a roll, and then she like unrolls it, and it's like got loads of.
He's got a bunch of tools and shit in it.
It's like when you put it into like a belt of stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool.
She says just, I can teach you how to use this, and then you can make your own.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun. She's like grinning from ear to ear.
Kelly's smiling as well.
She'll start to eat because they have a job to do. Despite her dislike of wanting to fucking fight these fucking nobles.
Yeah, Kelly would like wrap up the Tinker's tools, and she'll put the gauntlet back together, and then she'll continue drawing as she eats.
God, eventually Claire's gonna figure out how to just create like a little fucking tinker invention that can feed her so she can use both hands to draw.
Give herself an extra arm.
Claire, why did you add an arm to your arm or stuff's face with mechanical arm? This is war.
Ait'seh.
So, you guys are able to have a good breakfast, and the town is yours. Where are you going? Where are you wanting to look around?
Okay, Leia would just kind of turn to everyone else. She's not sure.
What would be the best way to go about this? I mean, it's broad daylight now. Did we want to head straight for the noble houses area, the white wall area?
Do you guys hear Taru? I heard what you said, but I'm not sure if anyone else did because everyone else is being silent.
Is everyone here?
I would hope so. Two of them were just talking. Paris, NPR, anyone?
Hmm. Paris
Yeah.
is AFK at the moment. You said in chat.
Yeah.
What did you say? Sorry.
Should we just go straight to the white wall? I mean, I guess that's what we were saying. Go straight to the noble houses and ask around.
The white wall
Yeah,
tower.
We were going to the cemetery. And Madrina, you're not
Oh.
hurt. I just saw you lighten up.
Okay, I'm back.
Go back.
well, around the
Um,
tower is where the nobles live and everything.
Paris.
Oh,
Rapper.
I thought you were saying fern. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying?
Wait, I thought white wall. No, I thought the cemetery is called like Black Garden.
Yes, the Black Garden is in the White Tower.
Oh, White
That makes
Tower.
more sense.
Okay.
Yes, it is a White Tower, but it's called the Black Garden.
Oh.
Why we gotta bring white and black into this? No.
Because
So Tara
it is
was
a place
saying-
of death.
So I guess it's more or
You're
less the
being
same
facetious
place.
and I'm going to smack you.
I thought Tara was saying white wall.
Yeah, White
That
Wall
is-
is
Well,
the name
yeah,
of the nobles housing around the Black Garden,
It's basically like the street name, essentially.
essentially.
Okay.
So-
Because
it's
all of
pretty
the
much all the
buildings,
same
yeah,
area.
because all the buildings
Yeah.
around it are also made of the same white stone as the Black Garden Tower is.
Is it literally made out of ivory?
No, I said
Okay,
that last
good.
time.
God, it's been a while.
It's been a week.
God, I have a memory so bad. I can't remember what I had for breakfast last night.
I'm going to ignore the phraseology of that.
That's my point.
So, I think we should head to the Black Garden. Mainly because that's where they thought they'd be doing their, doings, right?
It's one of the places we suspected, but we also have their place of residence.
Yeah, that's not a smart idea, though. Let's just walk into their home.
Speaking of, a little bit more bad news. When I was walking through the city earlier, and I'm sure at least 75% of us suspected this, people were a bit snappish. So I decided to see if I could detect anything wrong. In my vicinity alone, I detected 12 little pings of necromantic energy.
We can't deal with them now.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we need to be extra careful of people's moods, because if there are only 12 where I was standing, Lord only knows where.
You had moved around a little bit, so it wasn't just
A little bit,
a
but
little
it's
bit,
still
yeah.
a city.
Yeah.
So,
It was basically you
Yeah,
moved
so-
up and down a street, essentially.
What we need to do is, or do we want to just walk up straight to their house, or do we want to find where they work?
Either way, it's dangerous
Are
because they're
there-
nobles.
Are there like authorities or something that can use they can detect magic around? Because we could just get other people to find the coins.
I mean, Virdrick the Paladin, so I'm sure you might be able to ask some clerics here for help if they associate with him, but I don't know.
Perhaps we could get one coin for Virdrick to take over there, just as an example, maybe.
We would have to find one. A lot of those coins were in people's workplaces and houses.
Oh. We don't need it. I mean, we have. Do we have the? We have the disenchanted ones, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's just it. They're disenchanted.
I've got
Is
an
the
idea.
problem.
We take them out, and I know perfectly what our evidence is:
What?
the coins. Because they had to have stopped by the houses to do it. Right?
Right.
We can say we can show that almost every house they've walked into has one of those coins left behind.
And it would have the energy around it.
Exactly.
Bo, you're a little genius.
Say that again. You cut out.
She said you're a little genius.
I know I am.
Virdrick, you don't mind helping us out with this just a bit, do you?
He
You are the
knows.
paladin.
It's probably best to talk to the church before we head into this anyway.
Okay.
Then I
What are
guess
we gonna ask the church?
He's gonna just ask general questions.
So you go looking for the church.
Yeah,
Are you-
what churches do they have?
That's a good question, because I'm going to probably have to avoid at least one of these.
Who are you wanting to ask about finding a church to speak with?
Google Maps.
Okay, Google.
God voice comes from the sky.
Hello. Where would you like to go?
mm,
So I don't think they have a church Silac here, sadly.
I just imagine eventually Virdrick doesn't know what the fuck to ask, so it's just like, you a civilian!
I mean,
It sounds like a very.
I'll walk
Very
up to a town guard.
guards would know things, yeah. They would know those things.
Okay.
Hello, sir or madam. Would you know of a temple in the area
Kind of
or
turns,
temples in the area?
kind of stares at you for a moment, turns around and points towards the tower. Black Garden is your best place for a place of rest and refuge from the gods.
No, we're looking for different temples. Is there only one?
That is where all of the temples congregate. Your various needs for the departed are taken care of there. Is where all.
We were just trying to worship, man.
Of course. That is why I directed you directly to where you will be able to worship. It is where the dead are put to rest, and it is where the people of the living may worship. The dead are in
have a good day.
the underground section. You do not
No,
worry
no.
about people
Yeah.
being dead around you.
Waves goodbye with claw. Have a good day.
Navarro leans down to Virdrick. Is it just me, or are these people even more off-putting than I originally thought?
Yeah, he kind of.
Oh.
This guy's still talking, right?
He made like a noise as he saw the claw, just like, huh.
Eh.
Sudden confused sounds.
How was that not the first thing he noticed?
Because he was just approached by a halfling asking directions.
Is the first thing you'd look at it with a person is their hand?
I can't make eye contact with strangers quickly, so I look down. So generally, yes.
Feet.
He made eye contact.
Be right back.
Bo is a man of fierce eye contact.
Well, I guess Blackguard.
I mean, the person that we talked to did say they were kind of Odd. Oh, didn't that man say he wanted to say hello to his brother? Friend?
I
Oh
don't
no.
know. It doesn't seem like top priority though. I suppose walking back.
She's following though. I know, just in case we saw him though.
I guess we're going to the Black Garden.
Well, for today at least, I can't ask him because I've kind of shifted around all my spells. Got a few more tricks.
Don, I wrote down the person's name, but I forgot to write down who they wanted to say hello to.
What was the person's name?
It was Penniless. He was the one who identified my potions.
Right. Did I ever say the name of his brother, or did he just say his brother?
I think he just said, like, his brother. He might have said the name, or he might have been essentially like, you'll notice him because he's a fucking wood giant.
Yes. I don't remember if I said the brother's name, but I do remember him saying, "Yeah, you'll notice him. You'll know who he is." Don't worry. He's not exactly hard to miss, you know.
He's a fur.
He's a furball.
No, he's a wood
No,
giant.
from
He's a furry.
wood giant. Yeah, that's what it is. But also,
Yeah.
but also goes, "Hey Navarro, why were you gone?"
I wanted to do a little investigating on my own. I also
Ooh,
needed
what you
this, and she holds
investigate?
up the compact.
All right, what you gonna
Remember I told you I was looking for people? I figured that I might as well search a little bit more here. It is a capital. Well, it's not a capital, large city, excuse me.
wait? Say
She basically said, the people that she told Bo she was searching for, she said she figured she might as well investigate a little bit here in the morning since it was a
got it.
big-ass city.
who are you searching for again?
You just know it's a Goliath and her brother.
Goliath. What's that Goliath's name by chance?
Alkin.
Okay,
Why?
no reason.
Slight eye squint before she just shrugs. I mean, if he's hiding something, eventually he'll turn red in the face. So
No, he only turns red when he's lying and hiding something.
I'm back.
welcome back. At this point, I put too much trust in Bo, but I do trust him, so fuck it.
Of course.
All right, so let's head to this tower thing.
Yep. She'll walk with him to the tower.
You
Stepping on the beach.
zub it up to the place.
Yeah.
And the doors are
Oh god, my voice cracked.
which you see that the doors appear to be on a system of pulleys and gears with which to open the doors, which the doors are tall. It's like looking at a city gate with how big these are, but instead of having it, lift and fall, they just use it to open and close the doors, from what you can see. The interior of it, just looking in, is both expansive and scattered with a variety of different people. No real one solid collective of races. They're races ranging from 1 or 2 elves, dwarves, gnomes, halflings, 2 tieflings. It is a mishmash of people, races, and otherwise.
I just realized why saying hello to the wood giant's brother is a fucking effective thing. He's a fucking grave cleric. He's literally what we need. Do I see wood giant?
Make a perception check.
Can Arcus in his pupper form help me?
Pop.
Sure.
I mean, for the love of God. Well, technically, I'm just asking if he can just make one himself, but
Yeah, make one himself. That's perfectly fine as well.
I cannot roll as Pupper or Arcus.
Pop.
What?
Would he just keep his stats?
Yeah, he keeps his
Or would he
stats.
switch? Okay.
He's not changing his form and gaining new stats. He's just himself in a different form. 24.
Well, that's because him attacking as a hawk was different.
Yes, the attack is different.
Okay, but his stats. Got it.
He's still
Okay.
using his stats for it. It's just that for a hawk, it's a strength attack. So while you're looking around, you get distracted for a second when you see the light ping off of someone's head, and your mind suddenly goes off to Goliath, and then you look and you just see it's Bald Man.
Bald man. How dare you embarrass me like this? Grow some hair, you fucker.
I wasn't expecting that. Oh, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Good. Slurp.
I can hear
I'm
that.
sorry. I had a juice box. I'm sorry.
I heard. We all heard. Apparently, someone else is choking.
No, that wasn't what that was.
I'm going to presume it was
They're
choking and
copying the
nothing else.
slurp noise.
Yeah. I'm assuming it was choking and nothing else.
Please, I don't have the box anymore. Get off me.
That being said, as you guys, shush, as you guys are looking around, you hear a soft from Arcus as he's looking over. He kind of like shifts in place like rapidly as he looks at you, looks over, and he makes another. You look over and you eventually see, kind of off to the side, giving condolences, speaking to a few of the other people, a large, lanky-armed wood giant.
I will pick Arcus up.
He's actually speaking with one of the elves that you saw, as he's just like kind of chuckling softly, just kind of doesn't seem to be noticing anyone else at the moment. No one else is really talking to him currently. Doesn't appear anyone's died recently, so that would be probably a good reason as to why he'd be more on his own, so far as you can tell.
Walk up to him while carrying Arcus.
Okay. You walk up to him, and he kind of like looks at you for a second. He gives this very slow inclination of his head.
Do you happen to know Penniless?
Has my brother gotten into some issues?
No, he just wanted me to say hello, but I have a favor to ask of you. Since I do believe you are a cleric, correct?
I am indeed, yes.
There is... Nivar will just your bow to come over. If Thunders is here, actually. Actually, I think I have a coin on me myself now that I think about it. I'll hold up one of the uncursed coins. There is an issue going on with the city. With coins like these. It is... They're being dropped around in people's homes and such. In their workplaces and inns and various other places. With a curse on them that makes people lethargic or violent or just not right.
He holds out his hand for the coin.
She'll hand it to him.
Kind of like
And-
turns it over slowly in his hand, just kind of like,
We need your help finding and collecting them as well as finding the people who are doing this.
Kind of like squints at you slowly and kind of like, he doesn't mess around with the coin, but he kind of like makes a motion of like, cursed. Like,
The curse is not on it. She gestures to bow over her shoulder. He removed it. But I can show you where the cursed items are, if only to prove that I'm not lying to you.
okay. Kind of like looks it over slowly. I'll certainly keep that in mind. I don't know what it is you're looking for exactly.
We think we know who's putting these here and something about this chaos.
Oh?
However, it is a very heavy accusation to place, but evidence also cannot deny that they are at least suspect.
He crosses his arms kind of slowly, just kind of looking at you with the tilt of his head.
There's a group of nobles that reside here that we've noticed. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Is this? Are we in a very private area right now?
You're off to a section where people are, like, it's open enough that it's not private, but that people are showing respect for the area, just letting you speak with him at the moment.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back. No
Okay.
worries.
The main group, or the main leaders, which that I believe are responsible since we keep finding the coins in the inns that they stayed in, are Hizor? I think so you said his name? Or is it Hizor?
Hizor.
Hizor and Leanne Cabal. And their group.
Slowly rubs his chin, looking thoughtful. And after a moment, he kind of just shakes his head. It doesn't sound right like them at all. You said that they're just leaving coins around?
We've been to 2 different places where they've stayed. Each time there was a cursed coin under their bed of the rooms they stayed in after they had left.
That doesn't sound like Leanne at all. She's, he rubs his fingers together. A little bit of a penny pincher. A copper pitcher. She doesn't like to lose even one thing if she has the option.
Ah, there's something in my eye. Again, I know. Yeah, I'm scared of this guy. Actually, could I insight this guy?
Sure.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking that too.
But
Insight.
I figured, fuck it. Let's see if the creature rolls better than me. He didn't.
Arcus is just happily wagging his tail.
Arcus is just happy to be carried.
I'm just happy to be here.
Because I was just trusting everyone else.
Okay. Bo and Virdrick. He seems calm, at ease, but there's definitely a confusion. Not an anxiousness, just her bringing up like accusations and such, and he's just kind of like looking at it with like a slow quirk of his brow, like, what? You're crazy.
Oh,
That's
so
not
it's like the unbelievable gossip.
Yes. It's like, man, you trying to spread some gossip here? And that's why he's like trying to, straighten you out. Like, no. They would never. She's too much of a copper pincher. That's not gossip. That's true. She once almost fought a man when he tried to skimp her on her change. Granted, yeah. Her brother was there to keep her calm.
Can I point out that this is not actual money? Like, this is not a coin that could be viable, I don't think. If I remember correctly.
It is made of a material that could be valuable, but it is not an actual coin. You are correct.
It's not actual currency, is my first train of thought, sir.
I mean, he's from a different area. I wouldn't really know. I've only ever been in Tamdov. We have to trade around some currency here and there. I mean, thankfully, we've got it in such a way that we don't have to worry too much about the exchange rate. but
Going through 3 different countries, does that look familiar to any of them?
none of the 3 countries you've been through.
I've been through a few places, and this still doesn't look like any currency that's been used there.
I mean, again, I'm not exactly the guy you're going to want to point that out
We
to.
just-
I'm just,
I need your help getting rid of the coins curses at the very least, because it is heavily affecting the citizens. Or at the very least, you being able to tell your clergy, I think is the word,
I mean, I'm of a
that
small
there's
group.
an issue.
I can let him know. He offers to take one of the coins.
She'll give him the coin that she has.
Kind of looks it over, just like flicking it in his fingers and before nodding.
I can already tell you where to start.
Sure.
And I'll tell him the area that I was in where I just felt like 12 of them. They are in people's houses and their workplaces, however, and you will in fact need to detect to find them.
I'll certainly see what I can do and whatnot. Actually, is there a friends of yours around that found these? Just want to do a quick thing real quick, just a quick sweep.
She'll gesture to Bo.
Just the 2 of you?
He can remove the curses.
No, that's not what I'm sorry.
What?
I'm trying to just double check to make sure you guys are all right. You and your friends who you said you found this.
She'll just gesture to the group then, in and of itself.
Okay. Is it right if your group comes a little closer? Just a little bit closer. I just need to check something.
Do
Beardrick
not.
will walk up.
No, I will put my hand up. Don't.
What?
There's nothing going to be harmful to you. I can promise you that. Swear on my God.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't care.
You can not care all you want. I'm trying to
You can
help.
cast stuff on some of us, not all of us.
If I don't
Don't
cast,
trust
if
you,
I don't do,
really?
I mean, I'm not casting anything either. I'm just taking a look at you.
Beardrick will walk forward.
All right, you stepping forward, Zinni, or are you staying back?
I'll step forward to at least half. If it affects us, at least it'll just affect half of us.
Do you guys let him get to within 30 feet of you? Which, like, I imagine you're like stepping up like right in front of him.
Resistance!
I mean, it's not something you use. It's something that is always on you.
It's just
Reaction.
there, it's always active.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him walk up.
Yeah.
Clear.
She's a bit skeptical, but
Yeah, I mean,
suppose she
Beardrick's not sure.
does. If everyone else is doing it.
Okay. And Bo, you're still staying away from him.
I'll barely be within 30 feet.
Okay.
Sure, I'll allow it.
He's like 29 feet away.
It's like, that's not, he's like, it's not a red flag, don't worry. I need to do something for us for good luck. 1 second. Okay, there
I
you
was
go.
gonna see. Not all of us has to step.
Oh yeah,
forward.
60 feet. Within 60 feet. My apologies.
Aw.
So you're within range. He kind of looks you all over, and you kind of see him like close his eyes and like put his hands together, just saying a very faint prayer, and then his eyes open. He kind of just does a quick look through of all you guys, and then when he's done, he kind of claps his hands together. All right, good. I just wanted to make sure that nothing had happened to you guys, and that you guys weren't have any other bad influences on you guys. You're all good people. Kind of just puts a hand on your shoulders, gives a little nod. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to make it sound like something dire. I just wanted to make sure that you guys weren't having issues with like possessions or such like that. That would be
Is it
a little
possible
bit.
to tell what the fuck you just did?
Yeah, Khalil wants to know.
Religion check.
Oh, looking like is it religion or arcana?
That's what I was
I was gonna
thinking.
say, if it's religion, can I do that too?
Yes.
Which one of you
Hey!
people know
Well,
about
fuck
grave
me.
cleric?
Ooh! Nice.
Nice.
Nesuru.
No,
Clear.
it just evolved into horror.
He just looked you over. That seems to be what he did. There's no thing that you can think of that makes sense for it. Zadim, you think you have an idea about it, but is the name of it's not catching? It's like it's on the tip of your tongue, but it's not quite there, and you're like,
Zadim attempted to make 80 rolls.
you can make a roll as well if you want, Butters.
I don't see why Bo would know what this is. Being, like, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know for any reason why Bo would know what this is. I'm not one of the people to just roll to see if, he knows it. I don't see why Bo would know.
No worries. You have been taught about different clerics, Naivara, for the reason of knowing how to identify them. And so you've heard a few other details about them as well. Virdrick, you've worked with these guys before. Grave clerics are great. In fact,
They're great.
Oh no, they're exceptionally great, especially their Eyes of the Grave. Lets them check out and see if there's undead around. Particularly in this case, he was probably looking to see if any of you were possessed by a ghost.
Cool.
Which is, with the natural 20, that is a little bit odd that he was very specifically taking a moment to go, hold on, I want to make sure if you guys are possessed by ghosts, just out of the blue.
I don't think that would technically show that.
Ghosts are undead. So that there is someone residing in your body.
Yeah, but you wouldn't say they were undead.
Not the person, no. I would not say that the person is undead. Wouldn't be like, oh yes, you have detected that this person is undead. But let me actually make sure that this is correct. Open your magical awareness until the end of the next turn. You know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover and isn't protected from divination magic. The sense doesn't tell you anything about a creature's capabilities or identity. Which, let me see if possession says anything about total cover.
So do I know what he just used on me, or do I not know that?
You don't know for certain, but cold chill again?
No, I thought someone was crawling on me, and as I told you like 2 hours ago, I just killed a spider on my body, so I'm a little jumpy.
I get you. That's not here. Sorry, I'm pulling up the book. I thought I had that. I don't know if that's under this spelling or this spelling. Probably under this one. Yep, yes, you. Position.
It says it now controls the body but doesn't deprive the target of awareness.
Yep, and it says that it says nothing about total cover as far as I can see. So yes, you would know if someone was being possessed. Because it says only if they're behind total cover, and since it says nothing about that, I'm ruling that as they are not behind total cover, and therefore a Eyes of the Grave would be able to tell if someone is being possessed. That is my ruling.
Okay, so do I at least know that he can like detect essentially anomalies in someone's person?
Yes, like undead. He can, with that ability, he would be able to verify undeath in an individual, so long as they're not being, under total cover or being protected by divination magic, which you don't know that part. Virdrick knows that part.
I never even got your name, actually. I'm sorry.
My name is type this in here so you guys can put this in your notes. My name is... Oh, no, it's...
When you typo.
Yep, I typoed. Pressed F instead of D. My name is Goldul.
Goldul. I've asked a lot of you. I'm aware of this. I have asked a lot of you for... Excuse me. I'm Navarre, first of all. And she'll hold her hand out to him.
He takes your hand and shakes it. Big hands.
But I'm asking this of you because I'm concerned for, obviously, the citizens that are here.
They seem fine so far. I mean, I'll certainly take a look into it. Granted, a few people are a little bit tired, but nothing a little rest and relaxation doesn't help.
I need you to do me one last favor involving these nobles. Just just to check on something, if you would, please, because I'm very concerned for these people if they are not how you say, and I'm even more concerned if it turns out that they are doing what I'm slightly suspecting they might be doing. Again, this is a very big favor. What you just used on me, I want you to use on them, and see if there's something wrong with them.
He gives a shrug. I can certainly take a look at him.
It's very appreciated.
Where can I let you know if I see them today?
I mean, if you know someone who has sending, you could just ping me.
Me!
Well, then you could just kind of give me a heads up, I think, if you find them.
They're usually more night owls. They like to party with the people and whatnot, so they usually don't wake up as early anymore.
If you just happen to.
Yeah, I can certainly...
Should worse come to worse, and I'm heavily suspecting something's wrong, where can I find you? Other than here.
I'm a man of my worship and a man of my craft. I work mostly in the earlier levels of the garden, where kind of motions towards a stairway off to the side that goes downstairs. Down the stairs, there's an area wherein fertile soil has been planted for us to bury the dead and departed and allow them to become something new and alive. We used to do a lot more of this outside and where people could see it a little bit more obviously, but well, there were some people who were grave diggers about 400, 500 years ago, and they created a macrobay, a group of undead that they rose up and tried to attack our fair little town. So we built this tower to try and prevent them from being able to do that ever again. You know, precautions and whatnot.
And you work there. When do you stop working?
I'm always on duty.
So, take a stand again.
He shakes it.
I appreciate you for hearing me out.
You like
and I
shaking
appreciate
my
you
hand a
for
lot,
doing...
don't
It is a formality. You not like me touching you or something?
ya? No, I just find it amusing. That's fine. You're fine. It's just
This what
adorable.
giant scares me. This what giant scares the fuck out of me. The inside he was actually slightly creepy. There's like a red flag in my head.
Sure.
Oh, no, it's fine. You can touch me all you like.
No.
I mean, with a 9, is he flirting with me, dog?
He's smiling and he seems, just relaxed as far as you can tell. I mean, is that relaxed? You're not sure with wood elves, but I mean, he seems.
You mean
fine
wood
enough.
giants?
Wood giants, yes.
Is he stoned?
Boykin.
Let's smell weed on this motherfucker. I've met someone who's high in this game. It's fucking hilarious.
That was one of the first people you spoke with regarding.
That was fucking funny. He fucking fell on his ass behind the counter.
Got yourself a contact high by accident. I remember that. This ain't my first rodeo with this.
It's just a formality because
He kind of
I'm
weighs it.
used to people looking at me like I've been saying, and for once someone is actually listening to what I'm saying.
I mean, there's crazier things out there. I mean, at least you're not like one of the other people who said that they heard that there was like a dragon that was flying around. There's not dragons in Tamdov. At least not in the southern area. That's more north. Way north.
Northwest, perhaps.
North. West, east. Just north.
Right.
Over the chasm.
Okay.
If they were coming this far down, I'd be a little bit weirded out. I mean, they're not exactly the nicest sort of creatures, but most of them sleep a long time, and once they wake up and whatnot, they can be wily, but, throwing out a few, casters and such to throw them back where they went, they're usually willing to calm down once they realize that they can't just swipe up all of our food. They can swipe up any other food in the wild and whatnot, but they can't just take ours. Unless,
This
of
guy's
course,
mellow as shit.
he's mellow as fuck.
What's in that flask you got?
He doesn't have a flask.
I know. Is it true? I will see you around, Goldul. Please keep me updated, and if possible, I will try to do the same for you.
If I see him, I'll let you know. Gives you like a little wave, just hee. And then he turns to see another person walking up. He's like, hey, how are you doing? Welcome. Is everything going okay? How's your sister? As you guys are walking away.
I was gonna ask more questions, bro.
Oof. You're supposed to ask a question.
What is your question?
Oh, he was just gonna ask if he usually has problems with ghosts or undead.
Kind of crosses his arms slowly. A few. I mean, not undead specifically. I mean, yeah, no, ghosts are technically undead anyways. Granted, we also have not had any real, like, necromancers in a while.
You normally come across necromancers?
A few, but those were more when we had people hopping off the colossi and whatnot, and they were informed very politely not to be raising the dead and whatnot, and they took it very respectfully. They say they're looking into their craft to figure out how to help people by doing other things. Apparently, they can take life force from themselves and give it to others, and I'm like, yeah, that's great and whatnot, but I don't really think that killing yourself to heal others is the best idea. I mean, granted, you can do that if you want, but I mean, I can do that myself. I've kept it.
It's very important. It's a good idea.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree.
When you stay in the back.
Oh yeah, of course.
For 2 seconds, I thought you meant, or I thought what he was saying was not like, oh, they're jumping off to get on and off the Colossus. I thought you meant that people were just throwing themselves off the Colossus to die.
No, it's like when you guys jumped off the Colossus.
Okay, I was concerned for a second. I'm like, did he just casually mention that just like a group of people just could? It's fucking John Travolta memeing in the fucking background, like,
Look around left, right. That being said, kind of rubs his shoulder. There's been a few issues with an undead or two.
In what way?
Well, he's this mellow kind of like, it doesn't slip, he just kind of like seems to be like, man. Rolls his shoulders and kind of just leans forward. Which, by the way, he's like leaning down to be like, trying to like whispering in your ear because there's a few other people around, and he said hi to another guy, and the guy's just like, all right, oh, wait. So he kind of waves him off like, hey, this is private conversation for a second. I'll be right with you, no worries. Hey, no, I'm heading over to over there. Yeah, you do you, man. Kind of looks at you all just like, what the hell are you all doing? But he leans forward and is just like, there's that thing that I mentioned to your friend about the dead rising up about 500 years ago and whatnot. Well, not everyone who died that night went peacefully, and we've had a few other people who've died of violence and whatnot who are some of them are just restless spirits who just need to be talked down by a cleric or two, but some of them actively are trying to keep out of our view to prevent us from just sending them home and whatnot. So it's there's been a few people who've been wishing to grieve and to mourn and just had themselves suddenly beset upon by otherworldly hands that shouldn't be here. I see the problem is we haven't had this issue before, not until within the last couple of years. In fact, it's gotten worse over the last couple of months, which is why I've been trying to keep extra vigilant just in case someone's coming in, bringing in weird artifacts and whatnot, like motions of the coin, just to make sure that it's not, a spirit from the past bringing in ancient artifacts to try and, mess with the system.
Does sound like it should be tied together.
Yeah, we should probably get going.
Yeah, if you need to go, by all means. I'm not holding you here. You're free to go as you wish. Don't let me talk your ear off.
Thank you for your help, Goldo.
Yeah, of course. Gives you a little wave. Bye-bye now. Have a good day.
Navarro looks at just you're drinking clear and far like that went a lot better than I expected.
That's
Like
good.
a lot better.
That definitely sounds like it's tied to this.
I don't like that guy.
Bye. Betters.
Huh.
She asked why.
He shrugs. Don't trust him.
Fair enough. I mean, at least if it... Even worse, if they don't find the group they were looking for before we do, they can get rid of the coins that's messing with the population here. That was my main concern. So should we search for the group ourselves, or should we have the cleric point out that they're dead and have them get hunted? If they are, come to think of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have a sneaking suspicion that they might not be undead. So we'll just get pinged as a target.
What are we gonna do then?
If they aren't undead, I did tell him that I'm suspecting they might not be it. It wasn't like I just walked up to him and gave him, hey, this is exactly what they are kind of accusation.
That's the best I can see happening is that we get charged for murdering them and we submit ourselves to a
That's why I don't want to attack them yet.
no, I say if we do attack them, we could at least what is that? Zone of truth. We submit ourselves to zone of truth.
That doesn't excuse us from slaughtering nobles if it turns out they aren't undead, though.
Well, our story still hold up for the coin thing.
But we also don't know if it was them planting it or if someone is following after them. I don't want to risk all of our hides on a possibility. Because while
Almost positive it's
you four have potential to go free, mine is a bit lower. And I can tell here they don't really like me.
How do you presume we do anything other than attack them? What's your other plan?
The other plan I would hope is to see if the cleric can find them while we search for them ourselves and talk to them first. See if we can gauge what they are, or at least gauge any kind of motive, or if they're just here for fun. They're planting, shadowing, essentially. Gathering information. I mean, besides, he even said that they don't come out until night. So unless we're breaking and entering their home, which we can't do with guards around the quarters, then they aren't out yet.
I'm not sure. today.
Wait, what? The last part of that cut out a little bit.
My brain's working right now.
I'm not working.
We could just go to the cemetery. Look,
Say
Why
that
did
part
you
again?
cut out for me? Yeah,
Yeah, you cut out for me as well.
repeat a little bit, please.
No, you're fine. You didn't do anything wrong. You just cut out a little.
am I clear?
Yep.
We could just go to the cemetery, just do something. We start somewhere, then we maybe find somewhere else to go.
I think we're technically in the cemetery.
You're above it.
Oh, right, downstairs. My bad.
Yeah.
It's as good an idea as any.
Khalil starts heading downstairs.
I have a follicular.
So you guys begin heading down the stairs. Is everyone else following, or are you guys just going to let those two just take a quick peek? Or, I mean, unless it's not a quick peek, obviously.
Are they suggesting we just
Just peek around the graveyard. Just
Peek around the graveyard, see if we can get any kind of hints from there and such.
Yeah, I'll around a little bit too then.
I'll usher Clear to come with me to the center of the cemetery, and at the same time request her to ritual cast detect magic at the same time as me and walk in the opposite direction of each other, so we can kind of scan the entire area.
Yeah,
okay. So you guys head down the stairs, and you get that all set up so that you guys are beginning it as you guys are heading down the stairs. You're taking 10 minutes. You're just kind of looking around, and as you're doing so, the place is actually beautiful. It's obviously dark because it is not a room with torches due to there being plants and things of that nature here. But there is, does anyone bat an eye at Bright Eyes? Are you, I mean, to be fair, it's an eagle head and a lion body. People are giving you a very wide berth. The clerics are just looking at the bird just like, I mean, if you try and attack us, that's your issue. And we'll have you thrown
Griffin
out.
boys.
Meat's back on the menu!
God damn it.
this is the tasty.
Someone is a hungry furbolg. Oh, please attack me.
Hungry.
Attack me right in my mouth.
I didn't expect to start at that.
You're fine. One of the things that you notice, first of all, is that the place is naturally illuminated by this fluorescent moss that seems to be just strategically crested across the ceiling as well as around the edges to make the place have this glow to it that's soft, very light blue, that makes it so that the shadows of the place does give it the impression that yes, this is a black garden, but a place of beauty and a place of thought and remorse. There's no names on, and there's no headstones, but the names of people are written on the bricks around the walls. You can see there's plenty of spaces where there's no names written, implying that this is a place where someone else's name might go.
So it's like an empty plaque, essentially.
Essentially. Basically, each brick is an empty plaque, where it has the name, the year of their birth, the year they died, if it is possible. There's a few that don't have the year they were born, but all of them have the year they died, just because they probably may have been strangers who never said when they were born, because it does happen, as well as some of them have a little bit of just like a little soliloquy or something like that, just being like, a man of few words but many actions, a mother to 3 children, the worst lover but the best friend is on one. And on the other side of the room is another set of stairs going down.
Do you get pings in the cemetery?
As you're walking around, just checking things out at the moment? No.
Do either of us notice?
Actually, no. That's 30
anything?
feet. Does it mention anything about being blocked?
No.
It
No.
mentions
It
nothing.
just says within 30 feet.
I get one thing actually I noticed is that it's not to do with sight. It's just an aura.
It's like blind sense, essentially, just for magic.
Wait, what is?
Detect magic.
Detect magic.
I think it has the
Let me check.
like 1 foot of lead thing.
That's what I
No.
was
For
thinking.
the duration, you sense the
yeah.
presence of magic
Yeah, it
within
can,
30 feet.
the spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1
Oh,
foot of stone,
1 foot
1
of
inch
stone.
common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So
Oh,
yes,
okay.
in this room, how much dirt did I say?
You never did.
How much? What did you say?
I thought I
Dirt.
said dirt.
You said dirt. You never said specifically how deep.
Well, closed it right
Oh,
after
you
I
mean
said
detect
it.
magic?
Yes.
Oh, 3 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 feet of dirt? Yeah. No worries.
Yeah, 3 feet of dirt. I would assume this is more than 3 feet if they're burying people.
3 feet of wood or
What?
dirt.
Dependent upon if they're using them for fertilizer or actually burying them.
From the way that they described it, sounded like fertilizer.
Yeah, so it's
Not super deep, you'd say, but in the room, as you're moving about, nothing magical is popping up in this room.
I'll gesture towards Kalir, kind of, since we only have 10 minutes, kind of hurriedly to the stairway that leads further down.
While they're doing that, can I also just be casually investigating to see if anything looks out of place?
Roll an investigation check.
I would love to.
Can I have Arcus help? Oh, well, shit.
Okay.
Zadim, you may as well.
We're busy moving down the other stairs.
They're investigating while we're
Doing your detect magic.
doing our detect magic.
So this is happening
True.
simultaneously. So yes, roll your
Are you
investigation
good at-
checks.
I was gonna say, are you good at investigating, Zadim? Because Virdrik's not.
Well, I said I was gonna assist.
I mean-
that's the thing. But then
I
mean,
like 2
that's-
seconds. I was like,
That's what I'm saying, like, Bright Eyes help Zadim, or
okay.
Zadim help Bright Eyes, and then Arcus can either help
With Bright Eyes
Virdrik.
intelligence, I'll allow it.
or Arcus can help Virdruk, or vice versa, because for some reason
Oh,
this
ain't
dragon's
shit
int is
for
huge.
Marcus makes it worse.
Oh
That's Bright Eyes.
That's Bright Eyes.
Right eyes makes it worse. Oh no.
Bright Eyes does not like being underground.
I mean, that's fair for a flying creature.
Yeah. Virdrik, that was with advantage because she said that Arcus was
Arcus
going to be
is helping you.
assisting you.
Arcus
Ten.
makes
Oh my
it
God.
worse!
yeah.
It makes it a 10, not a 3.
We get nothing.
It is a place filled with beautiful flowers. A little bit strong smelling because it's all contained downstairs, but there's an open area for the smell to waft out of. Yeah, you're fine.
I just realized something that. Can I. No, I can't. Fuck me. Never mind.
Can't what?
What?
Never mind. Wait, I can!
Can't what?
I can ritual
What did
cast
you
speak with
tell-
animals. It is not concentration.
You could, yes.
And this dog has smelled undead before, so she knows what the fuck it smells like.
Arcus?
No,
Oh, no, your doggo. Yes, I
The-
get you.
the booby dog. The booby dog.
Casino?
Yes!
You
I'm
forgot
trying to
your
say
doggo's
Boof.
name?
No, I was trying to say Boofer and Babu, and that's what happened.
The baboofer? You
The
mean
booby dog is what happened.
the baboofer?
The booby dog.
It's the booby man!
Oh my
Jesus Christ.
god. That's the cutest name. You have a
booby dog.
booby dog? Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh.
Anyway.
Yes, the pauper casino. Jesus.
So this will be while you're ritual casting detect magic. So you're still having the detect magic going.
I have
do that.
detect magic up, and I can recite
Yeah, you're
the
you're
other ritual
reciting
as
it.
well while detect magic is occurring.
Exactly. So you're moving downstairs.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check for the doggo, by the way. Both of them, Rosehip and Casino, individually,
Both dogs.
because they're not
Should
exactly.
I do it for Arcus since he's a dog as well?
Straight roll for him. No, he's assisting Virdrik, so no.
Okay. Perception?
Perception with advantage if it's for smell.
That's not bad.
17.
That's initiative,
That's
Mad.
initiative, Mad.
Sorry, I was trying to zoom in on the sheet.
You're fine. You just scared me there for a second. Like, I didn't tell you to roll initiative. Rosehip
The dog
jumps into
is ready
battle.
to bite.
Super Smash Brothers with Rosehip jumping into battle.
This is a
Bark,
battle.
bark, bark.
Nice.
Good roll. Good roll. Okay. As you're making your way downstairs, you hear a soft.
I cast Speak with Animals.
Nivar
Bad
has an
smells.
overabundance of beds.
Danger. Danger.
I'm assuming I hear this was supposed to speak with animals comes up.
Possibly. We'll see if we get to that point.
My baby.
Zadim, you're hearing this from Rosehip. Rosehip is the one saying this. Casino is just like, oh, something smells bad. Why does something smell bad? It smells icky.
It's
One has like a level of self-preservation and fear. The other one kind of like gross.
Easy, it's many things that smell bad, or is it just one?
Different things. One smells icky. The other one smells like you see her like she like shrinks back into your bag.
Oh wow.
Something scary. Something bad and something scary. Okay.
Just imagine everyone else is a wine.
Look into it. I get my bow out and I let the rest of the party know what you told.
Oh.
Something bad and something scary.
I will put the Doge in the bag.
Casino is okay with this.
Please, yes, put me back in. I am okay with being in here, Mom.
Yep.
I will get out my silver spear.
In the second level, detect magic still going. As you begin moving through, you do get a slight ping, and you're noticing that this area is a little bit nicer for some of the walls. Like there's an area where it looks like someone put on a bit of like silver gilding around some of the different stones that have been put down here, or gold, or a few gems have been embedded in. Clearly this is a place for people of either higher status or something else. And on the other side of this area, there is another stairway going down. The ping of magic, by the way, appears to be some form of necromantic magic, buried about maybe a couple feet underground. Likely it's under someone's body, and there's plenty of flowers and such in the way to get to it, unless you're wanting to pull those up. Does not seem similar to the necromantic magic of the coins, just so you are aware.
Yeah, but it's necrotic energy on a dead body. That's my main concern.
I will ask Rosehip where the bad smells are coming from.
Is this magic similar to the black fruit thing?
No, it's not. Actually, no. It is slightly similar to it, but only in the sense of it's like a magic of change, in a sense.
Okay.
Oh right, I completely fucking. I think because we kept jumping to different subjects, I completely forgot to just tell them about the fucking cocoon bullshit that I found in that journal. Fuck me.
You're fine.
Yeah, you did. Also, I will ask Rosehip where the bad smells are coming from.
Down. It's down.
Down these stairs, down, or down a few feet up? Okay.
Not in here. The other smell's not been in here. The bad one. The bad. No. She like sticks her nose out. Bad one's been here. Scary one, no. Not in a long time.
Khalil's gonna get. She's gonna call for Bo.
Boo.
Yes. Better goodness.
Yes.
Khalil's calling for you.
Same response I just gave. Yes.
There's a body here that has.
A what?
She points to the corpse. This corpse has necrotic energy in it.
It's buried underground.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she points at the ground then, and she would she'll realize that it's underground. She'll dig it up.
No!
Oh,
Divar will stop her. We can't just dig up the garden. That could get us into some serious trouble since they worked so hard on this.
she slowly puts back the dirt.
Thank you. For the
Either
moment,
way, I don't think I'd be able to do anything about it.
let's just mark it in our heads that it's up here and warn the clerics once we get back up.
I will mark it physically. Like, I'll go over to the grave and leave some kind of mark so we remember which one it was.
I don't know why, but I just imagine this demon pulling a red flag out of his bag. Like the caution flags that you see when there's construction.
There's no headstone to put it on. It is just a flower bed type area.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna leave something here. I'll pull out like an arrow. I'll put a single arrow right around where it is.
Okay.
So
Just leave it in
there's
the dirt next to them.
there's nothing unusual about it or anything.
I mean, there's necrotic energy in a
I mean,
graveyard.
other
That's
than that, yeah.
Probably, though.
Nothing
it's
other
not
than
the
that.
same as it's not the same as the coin, so it's not like it's affecting emotional mine as far as we
thinking-
know.
I was thinking more in the if the dirt was upturned recently or that kind of thing.
But it is now.
Slightly, but the rest of the dirt does not appear to have been tampered with so far as you can see.
I mean, she kind of just scooped up a single bit of dirt, and then Nivera told her to stop.
Yeah, because there were flowers on top of it. Was why.
Yeah.
Oh, there was grass on it and everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like flowers and shit are growing on it. Yeah.
This entire graveyard is a garden. There's no
I thought it
headstones
was just-
because all the
I thought it was
names
bad
are
art.
written onto the wall.
Okay.
And so it's not like you go to a grave and you just a single grave. You just go to the garden and you can go to the wall just to sit down and look into the garden and know that even though they've passed, there is still beauty in the world, essentially. That's kind of the mindset that you're getting from what you're looking at, which, granted, if you're not getting that mindset, you can have your own mindset.
I will turn to Bo. Remember what you told me about earlier?
Huh?
How you wanted me to warn you before we encountered the people we are trying to find.
You think we're about to get in a fight?
It's very possible if what Rosie be smelling is what we think.
You're very
it
quiet,
is.
Mad.
He's in a restaurant.
Ah.
Very possible. I'm in somewhere. It's not a restaurant, but
Wow.
it's very possible if what Rosie be smelling is what I think it is.
When we go down, let me know. I'll do what needs to happen.
Please let me try the diplomatic approach
Diplomatically.
first.
Alright.
It's not gonna damage anybody.
So you're making your way down the next flight of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Cautiously.
Is there speak with animals come up, by the way?
When it does come up in, I'd say, a minute, and once it
Okay.
does, your detect magic will go down.
And as soon as
Sounds
we
good.
walking down this flight of stairs, I'll touch the demon.
Okay,
This one is following me, sorry.
fine.
Yep. Just protecting the demon from evil and good.
Okay. So you make your way down the stairs, and as you're going down, it's notably a bit further down, and the glow from this area it's nice and it's different. And as you begin to actually see it, you can see that this one actually has vines that are kind of just hanging from the ceiling with bits like these bulbs of some kind of bulbous, faintly like this amber glow that gives this room a very different, very unique look to it. Almost a golden and amber appearance to it, which is nice, it's different. And going down the walls, you can see that there are a lot more walls that have various names written on them. And as you look down, you can see that this place has a wide assortment of different, probably very tended to, very rare type of foliage of plants, flowers. Just the entire place is just extravagant, and actually appears to widen out slightly at the bottom. Your detect magic goes away, and you can hear Casino poking their head out, just like,
Is it getting closer?
smells bad. Feels
She
bad.
puts her hand on top of her head.
She like lets out this little huff, just,
Mama's got you.
I know. Just, it's bad.
She'll keep walking.
Feels bad. As you
Yeah,
get
I think
closer, you can feel like Rosehip like leaning against your back, like trying to like cuddle into you, and there's a faint little shake to her leg against your back.
Oh, Babu!
Where do you smell it, Rosehip?
She pokes her head out. Are you letting her out of the bag to go towards it, or?
If she wants to.
I can try. We'll try. I'd say this would sound crazy, but it really doesn't. I need you to make a wisdom save for Rosehip.
What?
Yeah, that's fair.
This sounds crazy.
Cause it is! I love how high a dog's charisma is. That tickles me endlessly.
They are the good doggos.
They are very wise.
That charisma should be fucking positive. You just have to hit whiz since they're not proficient in it.
Wizard. All dogs are wizards.
Wisdom 10.
Oh, wow, that's 10.
You let her out of the bag, and she takes like a half step forward, and then just kind of makes this whimpering sound that it's like that. Which
She
you
does
all
not
hear
want
as-
to go.
Which you all hear as, well, you two rather hear as, no.
Var will sit down Casino right next to Rosehip.
She jumps into the bag with Casino.
No!
Casino doesn't do anything to stop her. Roll a wisdom save for Casino as well, actually.
12.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
brave.
Casino is also cuddling with her and not looking like they want to get out of the bag. They're like, yep,
But
nope.
Var's looking at Sadim like, I'm just trying to pull one out.
I will kneel down next to the bag. Tell me the general area where it is. You do not have to come out of the bag. I will take her and I'll put her back in my bag.
She scrambles a little bit when you're picking her up, but as soon as you put her back in the bag, she just does a rapid 3-turn spin before trying to pull
The fact that
your
she has the
clothes.
flexibility and the room to do that in a satchel is impressive.
It's not easy, and she's definitely bumping against the sides the entire time. She seems to be trying to dig up your clothes to try and hide underneath them. But eventually you see her scrunch down and slowly peeking out of the bag and give kind of bobs her head forward a little bit, trying to be a pointer, but too scared to fully do it as she nods it forward in the direction towards the far wall.
Ooh, that's at the far wall.
At the far wall, you see stone and a plaque that says in memory of our departed.
I will take the 10 minutes to ritual cast detect magic. God, I hate that I can't just cast this anymore. Fuck.
Can we not? Any chance we cannot?
Up to you guys.
Like,
Let's
if we
investigate.
do it, I'm wasting a first level spell.
Huh?
Just so, if we're doing it, one of my spells is gone, then I have cast. Just so you know,
What?
He casts
I have
protection from good and evil.
protection from good and evil,
Um,
and that's
what are we
gonna be
doing?
gone if we.
Well, then.
What are we doing?
There's something wrong on the far end, but I can't see it because I don't have detect magic.
We
Well-
could just investigate it.
I'll try it.
Yeah,
hell.
let's just. Yeah, Khalil will walk up and she'll try to, I guess,
Sure.
protect people.
So I always say for Arcus it's just because they're babies that they're weren't scared.
The babies, and because they roll high enough perception to know something's here that's scaring them.
Okay. Well, hello.
I said I helped you, so roll again.
Oh.
Roll for advantage.
Take the first.
Yep. 20.
You.
I roll a d4 actually, because I have guidance.
Okay. Yep.
Hang on. Oh, hello, delicious.
24. You begin looking over the area, trying to see what's around this wall that could possibly have scared the good doggos. Your babies.
That's
And
right.
as you're looking it over, you notice that there's something a little bit odd about the plaque. Seems to be movable, which shouldn't be, too off-putting. It's a plaque. But as you move it slightly, you feel a significant amount of resistance.
Oh.
Almost an unnatural, perhaps even magical amount.
Can I try and pull it?
Sure.
Wait. God, it's unnatural magical resistance.
Yeah, it did. But trust me, I have alarms going off.
No, this is called the classic waste a third level spell on me maneuver, which I will do.
I'm sorry, what's happened?
He cast
There's
Dispel
a
Magic.
plaque that's movable, but it has it feels like magic is stopping me from moving it.
Dispel magic.
Okay.
I mean, Khalil could try moving it.
I mean, dispel magic makes it
Try
so much
moving it
easier.
now.
I'll
Yeah, just
try
try
and move
moving
it
it
now.
Make a strength check.
Oh, Jesus. Strength or athletics?
Khalil could do
Athletics.
it.
Oh, don't let the
Guidance.
strong one do it then.
Let the strong one do it.
Whoever does it gets guidance.
Strength or athletics?
Athletics with
A D4. D4. 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
put your back into it and start pushing, and it takes a good moment for it to begin to slide backwards as you realize this pushes back into a sort of doorway that was likely hidden by the plaque. As it pushes inward, and you see another set of stairs going downward.
Alright, we should head forward. Zadim, I'm gonna suggest you lead the way.
That is fair.
I have a really bad feeling about this. She'll follow Zadim down the stairs. Tara just whispered, I will also follow.
Awesome.
If that's not obvious enough.
I figured, but I didn't want to assume. Alright. So you guys begin
I put away my bow. I bring out my.
your sword.
Yeah, I get that out too, just in case.
Navarro will kind of tap Zadim, grab into satchel, pick up Rosehip, and put her in the back with the casino. Probably best that she have her company as well as not be in front. I know, I just took your baby, I'm sorry.
It is for the best.
I just imagine Bright Eyes just staring at him as soon as I say I took your baby, like, bitch!
No, Bright Eyes is more worried about how cramped it is down here.
My baby.
So you make your way down, and there's a few flames that are burning. Just seem to be like placed in little containers. No fuel, no visible rhyme or reason to how they are burning, and yet they burn. Faintly
Is it magical?
light
Yet
gray.
they burn.
Could be. Especially since the color is light gray.
Fair enough.
As you make your way down, and this feels like it goes down a good 2 stories down. And eventually you come to an opening, both on the left side and the right side. So like you're coming down the stairs, and there's a door to the left and to the right. You're able to see 2 doors. Both of them are closed.
Can I does speak with animals still up?
It's 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Then yes.
I will carefully lift the satchel up so I'm creating both of them. Alright, girls. Which direction can you smell the bad things coming from?
Bad things all over. Scary
that's great.
thing over to the left.
So the scary thing's to the left.
The bad things everywhere.
I will look to the left.
You see
There's
the
a door.
Yeah.
I will approach the door.
Okay.
I will, as he
locked.
opens.
I will
Wait.
check to see if it's locked.
It's
Wait, what's embarrassing?
What if we're ambushed? Because I did say like there's like necrotic energy from the zombie.
Oh,
Sorry, let me redact that. From the
Item.
dead person, so or the ground or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Maybe, what if we face this thing and we end up getting ambushed by undead behind us?
I don't know if we can get ambushed without
I'll say this. If it's just zombies ambushing us, we don't need to be worried.
Okay.
I have a trick up my sleeve for them.
Is how badly locked is this? Is this like a keyhole kind of lock, or is this something worse?
It's a lock that you could potentially pick the lock of. It's got a keyhole to it.
I'll
I
try
have
and.
expertise in thieves' tools.
Oh well, hello, darling. Go ahead.
I touch clear, cast guidance.
Okay.
As soon as she's done with that, I'm gonna ready Eldritch Blast just in case there's something hostile.
Okay.
What do I?
These tools. Dexterity.
Okay. I'll
D4.
guidance. Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
fucking
D4.
delicious.
27.
27.
Okay.
So with a 27, you begin picking at the lock, and you feel a pressure on one of your tools, and you're just like, oh, that's not. You turn slightly and you ignore the pressure for a second as you hook around it and pull slightly. You hear it. As you see it pop open and give you access through the room.
Yeah, it did it, guys.
Good job.
Very well done.
Deirdrick will give her a pat.
She's
Are we talking pat on the back or pat on the head?
I mean, I don't think he can reach her head, so
She's kneeling to get to the lock.
Yeah.
more probably on the shoulder or something.
Head pats.
I feel like Claire wouldn't be too bothered by those. I'm gonna be honest.
Probably not.
I mean, she
Not the
hasn't
type.
had them, so yeah.
Clear is just okay with like most forms of praise. It seems. Praise me.
So we
she-
we enter.
I suppose she holds the door and she just asks, "Are we going in?"
The demon has to be the one to go in first.
Yeah,
She backs away.
step on in.
I will follow, still holding Eldritch Blast just in case.
Okay.
I don't like this. How?
Guru.
Yes.
I don't.
I'm here. No worries.
Uh,
I don't
how
want
it
to.
will- No.
I don't want to say rabid. Frantic. There's the word. How frantic are the dogs right now in this pouch
They are not saying a
or
word.
satchel?
They're
Do
not
I-
even making a noise. They've buried themselves in the satchel.
Okay.
Were you saying something, Drino?
Say again, Madrino?
I was gonna do something, but I'm gonna hold off on that for a minute.
That's fair. So as you're entering the room,
Yeah, let me. What?
Mhm.
What do I see?
make a perception check.
Can I assist him since I'm behind him? Or do you want me to just do it from over your shoulder?
Sure.
No, I'm asking him. Do you want me to give
Assist
you
him with
advantage or vice versa?
I'll take a little assistance.
Okay. I'll give him advantage. I cast the help action on Zadine.
You cast
help.
help at.
Help.
If Pokemon can do it, why can't I? They
It
can
was
cast Helping
super
Hands.
effective.
Apparently, because he tried to make 2 more rolls.
It's too effective. Please turn it down, Steam.
So you see a few different things. The area is ringed, as in there's a walkway of stone, a railing in front of you, maybe about 10-15 feet from you, and then an area that is depressed, deeper down, even further than where you currently are standing. Peeking in, there isn't any call of stealth, so there's a few creatures that you can hear turning and looking at you, and just from the glance that you have with Naivara's help, you can see that there is a lifelessness to these entities. But they're armored, they have blades, and they turn, and there's 2 of them specifically that look at you, with another maybe 2 or 3 smaller entities around them. And you can see in the pit across from you a black, visceral, almost physical mist that seems to be kind of just crawling around the ground, and the air has grown a little bit colder as you've entered it.
Hey, Guru.
Yeah?
Swords on.
Okay, no worries.
Kalir,
Swords on.
Kalir casts
And-
false life on herself.
No worries. As you enter the room, and there's a faint squeak to the door, but not super loud, but again, you guys aren't being really stealthy, and you just hear something.
Can I hold my action for something?
I'm gonna say no, not at the moment. I was actually no. What was the action you were wanting to hold?
I take out the drift globe and ready it.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. No worries.
Oh shit.
As you see
Nice.
across from you, a creature, faintly shadowed, with darker shadowing across a form that rears up slowly.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
A feral, malicious look in its eyes as it lifts its head, crest going up its head, and a pair of wings as
Ew.
it stands up, a large form imposing as it looks you over as you stare at this smoke-covered dragon.
I'm
You all in
sorry.
the eyes. And that is where we're ending the session.
The light goes off at least. I'll say that. Oh, I wanted to fight it.
Yeah, we're gonna do that next week.
Let's go.
The last time I fought a shadow dragon, me, Guru, Paris, me, I think maybe Mad. We all died. Remember?
Yeah, I was
Oh no,
there.
only my character died.
Only
Yeah.
your character died.
I got the rest of you people out there.
Can we take that off?
You don't
Yeah.
know.
Theoretically.
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 I mean, to be fair, I don't think that Dawn would hopefully throw an adult/ancient like shadow dragon at us.
You have no idea how old this thing looks. All you know is that it is now looking at you,
You
guys.
said
and it's
large,
hungry.
and I'm just going out of characters to calm myself
Large.
down.
Well, I'm
Leave
saying
me
large in its form. Whether it's large or huge, don't worry about it.
Tommy.
This in Reno is big enough to hold big creatures like that. I'll let you guys be confused and worried about it, because, I love you.
So guys, here's the thing.
Don't know
Guru,
what's
do
worse.
breath weapons go through full cover?
Not through full cover, I don't think.
You boys better cover those dogs, or they are dead.
They're in a pouch.
Is the pouch open?
No.
That's where it's important.
Yeah, they are currently in full cover. They were burying themselves.
I don't know what's worse of an idea. The idea that we've currently met a wizard that can cast illusion, or that this is an actual shadow dragon.
Right, that's either way is terrifying. I'm just saying.
One of them
I'm just
implies
saying.
that a least a level 15 level caster is here with an illusionary dragon to make you go, oh no. And the other one is, hi, you've met a dragon. Oh no. That being said,
I mean, we don't have to roll initiative.
we'll get to that next week. Which, speaking of, if you're watching this from YouTube, we appreciate you watching with us and getting a chance to get to where these guys get into a hairy situation, to say the least. And we'll get to see how they handle that and if they're able to make it out next week. Which, if you want to watch that with us, we do stream these on twitch.tv/whatteamcomp. And if you're watching it, feel free to leave us a like, comment, it lets us know how we're doing. You can follow us on twitch.tv/whatteamcomp as it's free. Just follow us, it'll help us, be able to interact more with you if you're in the chat. And if you're with us, we'll be able to hear your feedback there. Or if you just want to leave a comment and give us feedback on YouTube, we appreciate that as well. In fact, if you want, you can subscribe to be updated as to when we upload the various videos that we post of the various different D&D sessions we have. And trust me, we've got a lot of them. And that being said, dragons aside,
If you're excited at the prospect of a TPK, then do turn up to next session.
Absolutely.
You guys are too scared.
I'm
That being
just being
said,
dramatic.
of course, I
It's
understand.
gonna be fine, guys.
That being said, we are What Team Comp, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye!
Technically, with our powers combined, we're
Perhaps.
You know.